All right. Who's they took a oh where you can took put like things in front. Oh, green screen. Oh yeah. See, that's the nice thing is I can like on at least here I can actually rearrange. Hello, Charlotte.
Yeah, Salvage just shared me alive, of course. You know,
Of
as one
course.
does.
High quality meme there.
As one does.
So there's an island off the coast of Canada called Sable Island. Looks inside, no sables, sad.
Oh,
It's got like 400 wild horses though.
and now Cole's sharing me alive. Great. Oh yeah, by the way, I asked Salvage why when they shared me the live, and all I got as a response back was because yes. I mean,
I also shared the live to
because
you.
yes, it makes sense.
Just a dog pile. Hi Cole.
And then yeah, Cole says because why not? Typical.
My God, I have a new power supply. Cardboard.
Oh my god, you have so many PC parts, Lucky.
Yeah, this
And
one
I'm
is
sat here with
this is actually for an Intel NUC, but I don't actually have that NUC. I'm just using it because it's a good power supply. Yeah.
no,
You cut out there.
no.
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 No. No, 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 no. Nine, 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 nine. No.
How is this robot still alive? It's sliced in half. Like vertically sliced in half, and it's still hopping towards me with a sword.
I have no idea.
Someone commented, by the way, feel free to request up if you're opposition so we can talk about it. No healthcare is a human right. Rights are entitlements that don't that don't charge.
Yeah,
Uh,
nobody's entitled to labor of others, but if we have the ability to give other people uh like healthcare, we should give it to them.
yeah, especially since like a lot of healthcare services don't even necessarily like like well, let me put it this way. So, like, healthcare workers too, they deserve healthcare, even though they're providing said healthcare. And like, people should be paid for it in some way or another. And but like, everybody deserves it regardless. Like, I don't really know how else to like say that. Anyway, sorry. Thanks for coming up. If you do load in, hi.
Yeah, Jack is the
Oh,
rose and the heart me.
Yeah, he can always drop down and come right back on up, Jack. Cause you just weren't loading, and that's it.
Yeah, it's more of like a. I think a lot of people do see. I mean, it depends if you think that it's human right or it's like just like something that's for to give people. Um, but like yeah, it's clearly that there's a difference. like between like cisgender individuals where like nothing is like really restricted unless if there's like clear medical advice against it, and even then it's still sometimes we let people do things that like are clearly harmful versus trans people. Um, yeah, it's not the case. They just restrict things for without any good reason. Yeah, Amy's always you're always welcome, but I'm not gonna drag you up here. If you don't want to.
No, Amy, you must come up here right now. Well, that was great timing to say that as you appear.
There's a
Hello.
lot of background noise.
Oh,
I assume that's a fan.
Oh yeah, that was my fan. I'm sorry. Oh,
It's all good.
my
Ah, much
eardrums
better.
have been violated today.
No, it's all good. It's a lot louder probably on the microphone than it is for you because the air goes by the mic and goes, ooh, spooky
Guess what?
chicken butt. What?
No, but genuinely,
What?
I am picking up a car tomorrow.
Epic.
Does it already have hand controls or?
No. Okay, so we wouldn't have been able to afford a car for months for me if this opportunity hadn't happened. But my mom works with somebody and she's owned this car since it was new. So it's a one owner vehicle, which is really nice. And it's a Corolla and I had a Camry. So they're kind of similar, just Corolla's a little smaller. And somebody offered her a Camry that has like 60,000 miles on it, and her car has like 250,000 miles on it. So even though she wanted to drive it until it died, it was just a smart move to take the Camry and get rid of the Corolla. So I have a Corolla now, and I'm going to be going to some parking lot that is abandoned and learning how to drive with my feet, possibly again, because I did actually drive with my feet for 2 years, and then the 6 years after that, between then and now, I've only driven with hand controls. But I do have a lot more sensation in my feet now than I did when I had to get hand controls to begin with. So I'm gonna try. It's kind of scary, but I'm gonna try at least. And then obviously, if I can, I'll just get relicensed without those restrictions, and then we won't have to like save up for hand controls. But if I do find out I still need them, then I'll just wait until we have the money to get them installed. Because obviously, like, it's important that I'm safe. And if I can only be safe with hand controls, then I'm still driving with hand controls, you know? Anyways,
Yeah.
sorry about the ramble. I just thought it was really exciting that I got a car.
That's great.
And also, thank you, Stoat, for helping pay for said car a little bit.
Yay! I didn't give you a lot of money, but it was what I could get.
Yeah, anything helps. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and it's a Toyota Corolla, or yeah, it's a Corolla, right? Those are pretty reliable,
Yep.
even if they have like that many miles. I feel at that range, you're looking at maybe um transmission issues eventually, and even that, like, it's hard
Yeah,
to
and
say.
she treated the car so well that when she got it looked at, they were like, if you keep driving it like you have been, you'll get at least another 100,000 miles out of it. So I am really, again, just like lucky and grateful, because if it wasn't a friend of my mom's, then we wouldn't have been able to afford it as well. So I really appreciate like the people around me and just the opportunity to finally have a car again, even though it's only been like a month. It feels like forever.
Did your insurance pay out well for your car, or
I have no idea.
okay. Yeah, one of the things that you should do is if you do get hand controls again, I would maybe look at the insurance and see if they can cover that too. It might bring up your rates a little bit, but like,
Yeah, I know that they like evaluated the last time I totaled a car. Mind you, this was over 4 years ago, so it was a very long time ago.
Yeah.
They like assess what's still like what part of the hand controls are still attached to the car, and then pay you based on not just the car but also the hand control value sum. So I'm sure that we got something for it, but yeah.
I mean, congrats.
Thanks.
I'm
Also,
still.
Stoke, quick.
Oh, go ahead.
I didn't say quick question. Should I make my sword a flaming sword or should I get a bow?
I like versatility.
What'd you say?
I said I like versatility, so get the bow.
Okay.
Become a stealth
I
archer.
got the
Become
bow.
undefeatable.
I mean, I already deflect arrows and stuff, so I was debating, do I get the flaming sword to make the arrows flaming when I deflect it back at them, or do I just get a bow to counter it?
I would
Oh
just.
yeah, I think the bow might have been a good decision. Now I've got jetpack bots chasing me. Boing.
Billionaires have money. You're broke ass and taxpayers. They do care what they say, because our vote is technically on the same level as. I mean, billionaires like lobbying.
Mason, by the way, that towel does nothing anymore. That towel you put on your Skylander shelf, Echo can get behind it.
Yeah, it's because someone moved the fucking shelf.
No, she got on it today.
Yeah, did she go behind it and get it from there?
Salvage, you know you're
No.
unmuted, right?
Huh? Yeah.
Okay, just making
Yeah,
sure.
someone pushed.
Okay. Make sure I was I last time it was a couple minutes where I was like, ah.
Dude. I don't know why this is so funny to me. Maybe it's just the way you worded it. But someone's like, cosmetic surgery should never be put on the shoulders of the populace. I'm like, I've never heard somebody like say it like that before. But also, it's not cosmetic surgery, so you'd have to bring that up with like insurance companies and doctors as to how they bill that, because we're not asking for cosmetic surgery.
Yeah, no, I'm not saying that we should force others to do surgeries that they don't want to produce. I don't think that doctors, you know, like if they don't agree with like doing a surgery or they can't do it for whatever reason, we should force them. Like there's clearly this, you know, you know, doctors still are people. They have their own set of rights, but that doesn't mean that like when a doctor, if we have the ability to, and we have doctors that are willing to, we shouldn't give individual, just all the healthcare that they could, within reason. Like, there's very little reason that we haven't like actually just gone through and systematically reworked our actual healthcare system so that like people can afford things, make basically everything affordable within reason if it's possible, um and or just make it free because we have the funding to be able to do that.
Exactly. Like when I'm thinking about this, I'm generally, even though we don't obviously live in a socialist society, I'm generally thinking about it from a more socialist perspective. So, like, whatever you can provide that, like, again, within reason, in order to pay for the labor and services of the medical health care professionals that are taking care of you, I definitely think that that should be how things are. Also, it's not cosmetic surgery, it's billed under as gender affirming care for gender dysphoria. So it technically there are like different billing codes even for like gynecomastia and stuff, even though that is still gender affirming care and is the same as top surgery. But yeah, it's definitely not cosmetic. You can again talk to doctors and insurance about that.
Yeah, I understand that you can't just go into you're missing the point of what I'm saying. Is I'm saying that this is the way that we should be able to do these things, not that like they are this way right now. It's you're missing the point, Jack. I'm not saying that people should be able to walk into the office like just demand that things get done for them for free, but like that's clearly not going to happen. I'm saying more that we need to systematically work our healthcare system and actually be able to allow individuals to be able to uh, have a reasonable access to most types of care be considered medically necessary, or even beyond just medically necessary. What would just improve their life in like a dramatic.
Hey, Stowe,
Yeah.
I think you picking the bow was a very good decision. I've just beat 3 rounds and got more upgrades on the bow.
Yippee! What are you playing?
Clone drone in the danger zone.
Ever heard of it?
I was just bored and wanted to see what it was.
Yeah. Except for the fact that like with insurance companies, a lot of times whatever you do get done isn't always just paid for by yourself. Especially when it comes down to like medications and stuff, a lot of that is overwhelmingly paid for by significantly.
It's a stoat.
Yeah, well then you would just be contending with the fact that a lot of gender affirming care is seen as medically necessary, like overwhelmingly. It is medically necessary for the same reasons that um like treating cancer at stage 1 is medically necessary. It leads to better health outcomes. That is the reason why we actually would consider it medically necessary.
Also, the person who just said it's vanity, I'd love for you to come up and explain how the fuck gender affirming care is vanity. I'd love to hear. By the way, all these men are just so afraid to come up here, and I find that kind of funny.
I'm the one who they're the ones who are avoiding the discussion. Funny how that. Oh my goodness, it was Darth Dawkins. Is he? Did he move
Boy
on?
salvage.
Oh, he scrolled through.
Which one?
Darth Dawkins.
Yes.
You know who Darth is, right?
I believe.
He's like a 6-year-old guy. He's retired. He runs tag for the argument for God. It's
I
like
love it.
he crashes out over like the silliest of things. I am so sad that he stick around. Couldn't have a discussion. He would crash out. But at the same time, I doubt that he ever actually goes on any panels where he doesn't have muting controls.
Valid.
Oh no, it's safe to assume Darth's gender because he doesn't believe in any sort of other genders. He believes that men are males and females are women, and there's no other possible way. Oh, almost certainly. Yeah. What's delusional about being trans? There's nothing delusional. The problem with people who experience things like dysphoria, actually the distress that it causes, and that is seen in the very fact that not only the DSM talks about it this way, it's if you do not have the distress, it's not considered, um, you're not considered to have this control. Yeah, what's delusional? That gender is subjective, and that gender you can be a gender that's not the same what you're assigned at birth. that's funny because like you would actually you would have like a really hard time trying to prove it. Yeah, no, so you're just presupposing there that like gender and sex are the same. When they're like there's no necessary condition that like reinforces. Surprised with how many people we have in the comments yapping, but no requests.
Ah,
Really, it's extraordinary claim that gender isn't a social identity. Um, yeah. So gender is like inherently subjective in nature. It's created by societies. See that within different societies, they have different ideas of what gender is. Um, Therefore, it's like this inherently subjective thing. Um, so like they say that you're not the gender that a society has agreed upon. You're not. This is a subjective thing. Is like entirely possible. It would be like quite silly to think that you have any sort of like objective way of defining gender. You simply can have like definitions that fit well within a particular society, but like defining a gender outside of a particular society within a particular set of time is just impossible. It means that you have a control over it. No, I'm using in the sense that like it's not based off of like can't deduce it like logically. It's not like math where you can deduce that logically, and it's not physical, so you can't um like the idea of what gender is not like a physical thing. It's not like a actual physical object. It's an idea that's created by, and ideas are inherently not uh physical in nature. Yeah, it's not tangible, but I would still, yeah, it's gender is a concept, abstract, or is it abstract? I forget if it's abstract or not, but it is like just a concept that's created to categorize people within. Yeah, so gender doesn't really have um like any meaning outside of what a society gives.
I agree, Heaven. It should be illegal to deny healthcare to people.
Well, I can't define it in like gender is the way that society uh sees themselves among the continuums of masculinity. And the you can define it. It's just not like objective in the sense that like a female or a woman is an adult human female. That's not it. Genders are more broad and nuanced. They have changing meanings. There's no like right way to define woman or wrong way. Yeah, so Jack, you're kind of making a blunder here. It's not requiring consensus. It just requires that some people, a small portion of a population, agrees that this is like a valid idea, for it to be useful. You can actually have ideas of gender that are just completely, like they're not like accepted within a society, but that doesn't mean that they're like any worse off. They're just like within a society less accepted.
Okay, I checked out Heaven's account and the pro-lifer is in their bio. The cognitive dissonance of thinking that everybody should have health care and being a pro-lifer is
Well,
deafening.
yeah. So yes and no. It's a lot of the abortion debate. I comes down to when you like give something like morally or or like when you consider something like morally relevant. And a lot of pro-lifers see that like conception.
And yeah, but like, okay, this is from somebody who was raised religious as a pro-lifer, like in my like teens, right?
Mm-hmm.
Um, as soon as it was explained to me that you're taking away the bodily autonomy of that mother for a whole 9 ass months, and that like they can die and shit from this stuff, and even if we're not just talking about them dying from it, sorry, them unaliving from it, um, they can definitely have impacts on their body that last the rest of their life, and negatively can negatively impact the rest of their life. So you can't ignore the healthcare of the mother. You just can't. Like, I don't see how people can still be pro-lifers when that argument is given to them.
It's it's essentially having a gender that is different than what you were signed with. It doesn't mean that it's like um there is some like it's not merely like this idea of like, oh, I think I am this way. It's that your brain is wired this. You can't change who you.
Okay, last thing I'm going to say about this, because obviously this is not an abortion debate, but saying don't do it unless it's medically necessary. Well, it depends on what you deem medically necessary, because that mother very possibly, at least during that 9 months that she's pregnant or that they're pregnant, would have a decreased quality of life. They like wouldn't necessarily, like if they're active, they wouldn't necessarily be able to be as active anymore. There are like so many little things that you could consider it to be like a medical necessity. So I get that too, to an extent, but again, you have to consider like the health of the mother, and that life being more valuable. It was here first. It's already sentient. It's already conscious. It's already been here, and just treating that life like the most important life, because it is.
Hi, coming in heart. Can I get your age and pronouns, please?
36. He, him.
Do you disagree with the prompt or your thoughts?
I do, yeah. Let's see. So I think the only part of transgender healthcare that would be a moral crisis is when it comes to minors. And I don't actually think I'm sorry, I don't think healthcare is a human right.
You do
So kind
think
of two
that
things
people
off
should
that
have
one thing.
access? You do think that people should have access to healthcare if a society, like within a society, it's possible to give it to them, reasonably, easily. I would assume.
Yeah. I mean, I'd agree with that.
Yeah, that's all I'm
I
really
just don't.
saying. Like all
Yeah, no,
individuals should have
I
the right
think
to be able to push towards or like to seek healthcare if it's available.
correct. I think the whole system is a scam. It's basically what we live in. It's all about money, money over
Yeah.
life. But as far as like an actual to say it's a right, like everyone, I don't know. It's a slippery sword, I guess. So on where my ideology is on that. I think everyone should have healthcare, but I don't think it is a right, and I don't think the system should operate the way it does. So there's so many different issues
Oh yeah, I'm not
in that
agreeing
one
that
point.
like saying that healthcare under our current system is good in any way. There's parts of it that are good, but a lot of it is like systematic, like how we do it.
Correct. Health insurance is the biggest fraud, scam, whatever you want to call it. One of the biggest ones in human history, and it's directly backed by the U.S. government, which is why we pay so much.
Well, yeah, they just kind of allow them like any monopoly with like medicine patents that are super long.
Absolutely.
But besides the point, Yeah, so like when we're talking about like adolescents getting, affirmative care, usually A, these are seen as medically necessary, B, it's not children consenting to any medical assent, which is like them just saying it's okay. But like the actual consent and like knowledge upon, like, doctors have to make sure that like an individual actually understands what's going to happen, um within reason, and that it's like they see it as like medically, like the benefits outweigh the risks, essentially.
And so my argument to that was or my argument to that would be, as if you're under 18, there wouldn't be any consent that would still make that a reasonable proceed. As far as, actually, let me be specific. As far as hormones, pharmaceuticals, and surgery, if you're under 18, I don't think, even with, say, you have a parenting consent, I don't think it's a reasonable thing to be doing to anyone under 18, because it can cause numerous effects that are irreversible and you just can't go back from.
What is going through
Okay,
puberty
right.
naturally that causes
But
irreversible effects that can't always be changed.
yeah, I
Well,
was
yes, but
also
that's the natural puberty of that human, though. So, like, yes, if you don't, if you want to be something else, that's fine. But either way, my position is you let your body develop as it should, and then make your decisions after that.
I mean, yeah, but if you don't want hormones to go into any child, what about children who have things like hormonal issues and things like that, who might actually require it to develop properly?
Yeah. So in specific instances where there's actually something wrong, then yes. But as just a general, if you want to go through, what's the term? If you want to go through gender dysphoria, or if you want to go through just kind of the transgender stuff, that I wouldn't say is a necessity. Whereas if you're a 9-year-old girl who's starting puberty early, then yes, you would need puberty blockers for a slight amount of time to naturally get your cycle. But if you're just a healthy 12 or 13-year-old boy and you want to become a girl, no, you shouldn't be given puberty blockers. I don't agree with that.
Well, yeah. So first off, puberty blockers are being used to A, give time, and B, prevent onset of further like gender dysphoria if somebody already is expected or has like a diagnosis of gender dysphoria in adolescence. Um, and B, it gives, it's not actually being used to treat gender dysphoria in the sense that we don't expect it to do anything, at least not to help, but it prevents further issues from ongoing. And mostly it's about giving people time to like be able to understand what the effects and consequences are if they do want to go on to things like HRT, or if they want to stop taking puberty blockers and just go through the puberty naturally.
But that's kind of a contradiction, though, because either there's no decision. So if you take my point and your point and combine them together. So my point is that if you give puberty blockers, it causes harm, and your position is if you don't give puberty blockers, it causes harm. You can't argue either way there on those points, because at the end of the day, the actual harm is being done. You can't reverse these decisions once you put puberty blockers into effect. You don't get that time back. So no matter which way you want to argue it, you still lose the time of that development.
I don't think you understand the difference between puberty blockers and HRT, or like have any evidence that puberty blockers are harmful in some way.
It depends on what you're talking about. They are. So if you say you put someone that's 12 or 13-year-olds on puberty blockers for 2 years, and then they say, all right, this isn't for me, and then they go, yes, their puberty resumes, but they don't get those 2 years of development back, which leads to numerous issues, and some of them could be lifelong. Puberty is a set amount of time in the human body. It doesn't matter if you press pause or play, it still ends at the same time. You don't regain that time back.
That's actually misinformation. So I'm going to ask you to listen now that I heard you. I am going to ask you to listen. Thank you. That is misinformation.
It's not misinformation, though.
Can you please shush when other people are speaking? Please.
Well, can you disprove it?
I'm about to explain it to you, and if you don't believe me, then you don't believe science. So let me speak, all right?
No problem.
Okay, so let's say a kid's puberty is going to take 7 years to go through it fully. and they get into Tanner stage 2. They're a couple years in, maybe. So let's say for the sake of this example, they're 2 years into puberty. And we put them on puberty blockers for 2 years, right? They still have 5 more years left, and that will take place into their adulthood if that's what happens. If they've been on those puberty blockers, then it would have ended. Let's say they start puberty at 11, and it's 7 years, so they're done at 18. This is definitely not like accurate. Again, it's just an example, but like they would have been done at 18. 2 years of puberty blockers just means that it's done at 19. It literally just pauses the puberty for a period of time, and when
does
you
not.
can I finish? When you get off of these medications, puberty resumes and takes just the same amount of time as it would have as if puberty were uninterrupted, even if it goes further into your life.
That is absolutely false. If you could show me something that proves that, because I'm very educated on this topic. That's not how human biology works. That's not how puberty works. That's not how development works. And everything you just said is factually incorrect. You're going against everything we know about actual medical science. So I mean, you could just say it's not what I'm saying is misinformation, and then say what you said, but there's nothing to actually back that, right? Human beings have a set puberty. It's usually 18 by 18 to 19 years old, you are done, right? It doesn't continue. When you're, say for bones, for instance, when your growth platelets stop, your growth platelets stop. They stop at a certain age. They don't keep going just because you pressed pause for 2 years. I mean, you can look at any clinic you want, Mayo Clinic or whatever major medical establishment. We're talking about literal human development. It's not like a secret thing here. If you say, for your example, you say you have 7 years of puberty. If you stop that for 2 years, you don't get that 2 years back. Puberty ends at 18. You don't then go through puberty until you're 20. That's literally not how the human body works. I mean, so that's factually inaccurate for you to say that.
It really just isn't. I mean, I'm not the one with the
Again,
computer,
bring up some info because that's not
I'm just gonna
correct.
start interrupting you every time you speak, so you can know how it feels. How's that sound?
Sounds good.
Oh wait,
I'm just
I
looking
think
for
that
some
this will
evidence.
be fun. This will be great. The host knows that I'm not the one with the computer and that he has access to look at that stuff. I know that what I'm saying is fucking true.
I mean, it's
and
not.
if it's proven, if it's proven, I
It
mean,
is
are you at
proven.
a place where you can look for sources? Because you can just say it is proven, and then you don't
Yeah,
even have your own sources.
I could probably in a minute or two bring it up. I mean, again, you're speaking so passionately about this. That's fine, but nothing that you're saying is actually accurate, though.
So what is like one area where if you take puberty blockers, so let's say 2 years and then stop, what is one area where there's a significant decrease that's like actually negative in an individual?
So I just said the bone platelets. Once your bone platelets are fully fused around 18 years old, that's it. So if you slow that growth for say 2 years, your height is changed. You don't get your height back. Your bones don't just keep growing.
Question for you.
The end of your platelet fusion is around 18.
What's a platelet?
It's what is referred to when your bones are growing, and then they fuse together for your adult life.
I believe you're trying to talk about growth plates.
Growth plates, yeah. You see, obviously you knew what I was talking about. I wasn't saying it correctly.
No, platelets are part of your blood. It's the
Yes,
part of your blood
we
that
know.
helps
You
to form
clearly see
scab
you
and
want to play
coagulation.
semantics, though, but you
literally
clearly
claimed,
understood what
I
I was
know so
talking
much
about.
about this, and then
Yes,
you're talking about
you clearly knew
bone
what I was
platelets.
talking. Yeah, you clearly knew. I mean, that's fine. You could do the semantics game. I mean, you clearly understood what I was saying, and you know what I'm saying is accurate. I wasn't saying the right words. So I mean, you could laugh and
you're
play
saying
it
is
off.
accurate. I never claim that what
It's
you're saying
fine.
is accurate because it's not. Okay, sorry. Back to it. I just needed to know what the fuck you meant.
Yeah, but like this is like I don't see this as like something that's like detrimental. Like you might not grow as high. Whoop de freaking do. That's not like
Okay, so
detrimental
it's not
super.
okay, it's not
It's
detrimental.
not
Sure,
like
the male.
you're not like a
So
fucking Oompa
let's
Loompa all of a sudden.
Yeah, no problem. So we'll talk about the male. So your testes and your penis. So say you again stop your puberty for 2 years, and your testes and penis do not grow and they do not drop. Those things don't just happen. You are now an adult for the rest of your life with testes that have not dropped and a penis that has not fully developed.
Yeah, but that's not
These things don't
that's not
just
what
keep.
typically happens if you're on puberty blockers for like 2 years.
that is a reaction to that, though, depending on how long you're. Again, this is all dependent on how long you're
Yeah,
on
if you
puberty
just never go
blockers.
through puberty, you don't go through puberty.
Well, no, you're talking about pausing it. So you asked for an example of how it could drastically affect
Yeah. If
someone.
you just
So
if you
yes,
stop it for
the
long enough,
growth
you
of
don't go through
testes and
puberty.
penis.
Yeah, that's why puberty is like something that if somebody is not wanting to go through like gender affirming hormones, they should go through their natural puberty because like it would be helpful in that sense. But like
Well, yeah. So
it's
And let's
that's
clarify.
that's to
blockers
my
are
Let's
point, though.
clarify really quickly.
we're not
Well,
using
that's to the
them.
point, though.
That
It's not reversible.
puberty blockers are only prescribed for like maximum 3 years. Unless there's like some major precocious puberty going on. And that's not
Yeah,
what we're talking about.
that's a giant chunk of 3 years is a giant chunk of your puberty.
It's not gone. I'm so sorry to tell you, it's not gone unless you're on them
It
for
is
forever.
gone. I mean, you could do this nervous laugh thing. I mean, it's a fact. You don't get the years back. That's again, a simple Google search will give you give you like clinic after clinic after clinic of like how you're wrong. This isn't like hard stuff to find.
Have you run into that?
You're arguing
in your
against the
research,
basis of
though?
everything we know. Just Google it.
Yeah, but these are like
I mean, shit.
yeah, the difference is like known side effects versus like when we're talking about somebody who's gone on puberty blockers for like let's say 2 years, the side effects are nowhere near as bad as if like you were just never to go through puberty. Like that's clearly gonna be
But
very
yes,
different.
but those are two different things. If you never went through puberty, that means there was a drastic problem somewhere. Like there is something seriously wrong with an individual if they don't go through their puberty.
Well, yeah, there's something that like inside their bodies that's like not working typically.
Correct. That's um, a drastic problem. It's not a normal problem. It's not a normal thing to
Yeah.
not go through puberty.
Well, yeah, but like just because it's like, we shouldn't be. I'm not saying that everybody should just, when somebody might be, thinking that they have gender dysphoria or want to transition, that they should just stop their puberty and never have any second thought about this and just never go through puberty. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that we should hit the pause button to prevent further complications from happening that
But that's
could
the
worsen
point,
gender
though.
dysphoria that are irreversible versus a largely reversible if you stop taking puberty blockers, most of the you will still continue developing if you're still within that range.
Yes, for the set amount of time. You don't
Yeah.
get the time lost back, which is where the issues come, which is where all the developmental issues occur. So you're playing with fire based on someone's thought process or what a 13-year-old thinks or what a 14-year-old thinks instead of letting them naturally develop as they should as a human that they were
So
born
I'm going to
as.
send you a screenshot from the Mayo Clinic and mute this guy first, and then I'm going to go.
Where are you setting it from?
I sent it to Discord since you can have two screens up at once, and I can't read and be heard at the same time.
Oh yeah, I have that website I think pulled up literally on my. Yeah,
Literally, the first sentence of that paragraph that I screenshotted says everything we need to say.
Yeah, GnRH analogs don't cause permanent physical change, instead they cause puberty.
Yes, that's not what we're arguing. We're not
Yes.
arguing that.
That's exactly what you're arguing.
No, we're arguing that you don't get back the development lost. That's what I'm arguing. That's where the issues come into play. Is the development you
Okay,
lose
first
while
few
pausing
words.
puberty.
Let's listen. GnRH analogs
In themselves are
don't
not.
cause permanent changes.
Yeah.
Yes, the loss of development is what causes the changes. What I don't understand what you're not what are you not following?
The loss of development is the change that you're claiming is happening, but you do not have
Yeah.
any evidence.
What are you? Wow, you are severely behind here in the comprehension.
Am I, Stowe? Am I really
No.
just
The puberty,
severely
the
behind?
yes,
Like we all agreed that like whenever you're
puberty
taking puberty blockers, you're
blockers
not
stops the
changing.
development.
Yeah, if you're
You
taking change, something that stops the change from happening, you'd expect that
yes,
some
the
of that
normal
change is not
change
going to
that is
always
supposed to
happen.
happen.
Well, it's supposed to
Yes, it's
like
the
it
normal.
implies
It's the
like
normal change that's supposed to happen
well,
to be a
it's
healthy,
expected to
normal human
happen.
being.
It's just expected to
W-
happen. There's like
Yes,
you're kind
because
of
that's the normal
presupposing this right
development of the
versus
human
wrong.
body.
Like just because you don't develop naturally or like the way that everybody else doesn't mean it's like wrong. It's just atypical.
I'm not saying it's wrong. It's well, yes, it would be by definition, it would be an abnormality.
Yeah, but that like doesn't mean that it's wrong. Like it's fine if you're a little shorter. It's not the end of the world. It's fine if
But
if you
again, though, but
don't.
you're arguing that these life changing things don't like. You're saying, well, it doesn't matter. Well, I mean, that's to you, sure, maybe it doesn't matter. But if someone's 2 or 3, 4 inches shorter than they could have been, or could, I mean,
Dude.
that it does matter.
Okay, also, the funny thing about puberty blockers, pausing puberty and all, it allows more time for your bones and body to grow before
That's
the
not
growth. Can
true.
I finish?
Nothing you're saying is true.
Before before the growth plates fuse, there is more time because you've had that time where you're still growing, you're just not actively going through puberty, so you actually end up taller typically, which should not be difficult to find. If you want proof for that too, I mean,
That is
dear
not
god,
even remotely true.
you
What?
you you literally were like, this
Your
is
laugh
true,
now.
and you
That's
were arguing
crazy.
the same thing the entire conversation, and then when I finally go off app to look it up, and the first thing I click on is Mayo Clinic because you keep going on about Mayo Clinic and it proves you wrong, and you can't even comprehend that much.
I
Like,
have the Mayo
dear
Clinic
lord.
and on the.
Yeah,
I can show
so
you the
Okay, I'm
screen
done now,
that
but
proves you
Jesus
wrong.
Christ.
yeah, so the puberty
I
blockers
mean,
used for gender affirming care
real quick though, hold on,
lead
just
to
because this posting
1.5.
just went
So
off on nothing.
it's less than it's less than an inch on average. It's like on typically 3/4 of an inch is like the biggest difference that it makes. That's nothing. That's not a huge difference.
Isn't it funny how he waits until the man is done speaking, but
Yeah,
he's like,
it's an effect,
Well,
but it's
I don't even
not.
know what you are. I thought you were a man. Are you not a man?
I mean, that's cool. I'm non-binary, but you can refer to me as a man. I don't really care.
I whatever floats your boat. I mean, it doesn't make a difference to me.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't seem that there's like a
Yeah.
huge
So
difference
again,
there.
so right off of Google, you can right from the literal Mayo Clinic. It says right in there, and you do not get the development back. You do not get the time back. Nothing doubles
Yeah.
up. It just simply resumes until the end of your natural puberty. So again, to the literal point I'm arguing, you do not get back the time lost. That's the whole point.
I don't think you understand what you just read. Until the end of your natural puberty. I don't think you understand that. And also,
I don't
where
think
in the
you
source is
understand that.
this? Did he overspeak the question? Not surprised if he did.
I didn't overspeak anything.
So you heard my question then?
Yeah, you said where, and it's right in there from the Mayo Clinic. It says this once.
Where in the, like, what
What do you?
portion of this Mayo, and which Mayo Clinic source are you looking at? Like, we need to actually be on the same page, literally and metaphorically here.
Oh, excuse me.
The Mayo Clinic source I was looking at does have like boldly labeled sections. So you could be like, it's in this section, but it's in the source somewhere. We don't know where, but it's there.
Yeah, it all seems that like on Mayo's website, it says that like yeah, it does say that there are, it might have long-term effects on things like,
Yeah, I think you're looking at the
bone
one from
growth.
2026. That's not the one I'm looking at.
Yeah, so
What year is
what
the
do you
one you're looking at?
It's from a few years ago. Let me
I
bring it up
wonder
again.
why you would want to go to one that's older and not the most current one. It's interesting.
Well, that it doesn't make a difference to the point that I'm making because it's the same point. Like they
He
says the
doesn't even
same things.
understand why I made that observation, and I find that kind of funny.
Like, well, I don't under. So right in your own thing, it says right the side effects and complications. Literally what I just said: bone growth, bone density, fertility, depending on what it is, and growth. Those are literally the things I just talked
Yeah,
about in the article you're presenting.
yeah, but
I don't,
these
and like,
are
sorry, so side note, I'd love to look at if they were using Z-scores incorrectly or what sources they were using in that one to refer to bone density. But anyways, continue.
yeah, the like the actual like long-term effects are mostly like it depends on if you're actually like if you just give puberty blockers and then stop, don't do anything else. Yeah, I would assume bone density might be lower, very slightly after like fully development. But I wouldn't say that like this
Well,
pause.
bone density isn't a permanent thing. That's the bone density reduces when you're on
Yeah,
whether it's cross sex hormones or whatever, and then you can get that back. It's kind of the same as kind of similar to osteoporosis. So it depends on how severe it is and how serious it gets. But that is a reversible side effect.
yeah,
Dude,
Is
I
bone
don't
density.
understand. What about that says if you're on the puberty blockers when your balls are supposed to drop that they won't? Like that's the original thing you're
It's
arguing is that you
no,
never get
it's
these years
no,
back. And so I'd love to see
it's not
that
original.
evidence.
Yeah, again, we could dive into this. Like it's a deep thing. Again, we have 100 years of medical knowledge that like we know how the body progresses and like grows. That's how it works. That's how it happens. So again, so if you delay puberty 2 or 3 years and you do not have enough time for your body to get to that stage where your testes drop, your testes will not drop.
First of all,
If you stunt it long enough where the penis does not grow, the penis doesn't
yeah. But
just
we're not saying
magically
to
grow.
just stunt it forever. Like these take many
yeah.
years of being on
I
puberty
know.
blockers.
I'm saying it depends on the person. I'm not saying every single person that does this. This is what happens. That's not what I'm saying.
Yeah,
Well,
I'm
and
the
saying depending on the
studies
individual, this is what can happen.
the studies don't even say that. Find me a study that says
There's
that
and
there are some
there's
individuals that this
there's
occurs in.
it's not a study. It's the known facts of human puberty and biology.
Wow. So there's no scientific study about the known facts of human development, puberty, whatever
It's
the fuck
again,
you just said.
it's not. Yes, it's not a study. It's biological knowledge. I don't understand what you're trying to.
yeah,
You're
It
this
telling
would
me
is
that
be in a
I
scientific
need to.
study if it was.
It's
Do
not.
you not understand?
It's not a study. It's the known facts of science and biology. Like,
Show
what are
me
you
the
talking
study that
about?
makes these known facts. Show me it. I don't get what's so complicated
Oh,
about that you can't
this is
compute what I'm
crazy.
asking for.
You're not you're not computing how this works. Oh, this is wild.
It really is. I mean, you've made enough of a fool of yourself for me asking the same thing of you.
Nobody's made a few of
Okay,
anybody.
I'm gonna finish speaking. I'm
You're
gonna finish
arguing the
speaking.
known knowledge.
So I'm just
You're saying you know more than
you've made
oh,
a fool of yourself long enough that I don't need to pick on you anymore. And I won't
you
ask the
haven't
same question a million times because you'll never answer it. So
you've
I'll let you
proven.
talk with the host at this point. But I'm just wanted to prove that you wouldn't be able to bring up the evidence for your
Yes,
original claim, which I've thoroughly done at this point. Thank you.
yes, you I mean that's fine. You could say your spew and run away. You didn't actually disprove anything I said, or did you bring
Am I
evidence that
gone? Am
disproves
I
anything I
running?
said?
Am I running? Am I gone?
You actually brought evidence that proves what I was saying to be correct.
Funny
yeah.
enough, that was you
Like
who did that.
I don't think
Who proved
anybody
Thank
us
you.
correct with the evidence that you brought up.
I don't think anybody disagrees that there's slight impacts on these things. It's just are they significant enough to be worried about, and do they outweigh the potential gains
Yeah,
of
well,
like being able to actually live your life?
surgery would be yes. There's no if you make that choice and then you change your mind 5 years down the road, you don't get body parts back that you surgically removed. And then again, for certain specific instances, depending on the individual, depending on how severely the the issues were to their body from stopping puberty, yes, sometimes they do not outweigh, and sometimes they do. It's there's no generalization of it.
Yeah, so how many people are like have you actually looked at like the number of adolescents and like the actual expectations of people who actually go through like top surgery at as
Yeah,
an
so
adolescent?
it's about on average about 250 to 300 per year are having genital removals or Whether it's their breasts removed or their genitals removed, it's on average between 250 to 300 per year under the age of 18.
Specifically for gender affirming reasons.
Yes.
Yeah, do you have any sort of evidence that suggests that these people are like negatively impacted in the long run and they're not happy with what happened?
Yeah. So in the long run, you'd have to look at the percentages of, I mean, all the major. I think the Europe, Sweden? There's a few European studies that were the longest ones that show no change in unaliving ideology in the long run, whether they have these surgeries or they don't. There's no
Yeah, but that
difference.
doesn't measure the I really don't care about that because they're still going to be harassed. Like this is just expected. They're changing. They're looking at, you know, and a lot of these they just compare them, before and after, to the general population and how much it's like the drive of suicidality is not because of like gender dysphoria. It's because they're like rejected as fucking human beings in the first place.
Well, no, it's because they have numerous mental health issues. That's
Yeah,
what's
that are
actually going
caused
on.
largely by being harassed and bullied by the general population.
Well, no, they're
Yeah,
caused by
yeah,
the
yeah,
issues in their brain.
yeah. So what's the issue in the brain then?
Yes, it's again, it would be by definition an abnormality. If you're born a male and for some reason in your brain you think that you're a female, that would by definition be an abnormality. There's something wrong.
Yeah. So wait, hold on, because you're actually saying that like you're making this positive claim that just having a gender identity that's outside the norm is somehow wrong. Like there's a right way or wrong
Well,
way to
no,
have a
I'm
gender
not. I'm not saying
identity.
I'm not saying it's wrong. I'm saying it's natural. That's right.
Yeah,
You're born male, right? You develop as a male. Like, doesn't matter what you think. If you think otherwise, then there is some kind of abnormality happening inside your brain.
yeah. So it might be abnormal, but is it expected within like the wide range of human diversity? Yeah, it absolutely is.
As an
So
abnormality.
this is just expected, but you're somehow saying that this is like
Well, yes, it's
a
expected as
problem.
an abnormality.
Is it a problem?
Yes, again, that's my whole point. It's a problem when we start removing the breasts of 13-year-old girls and giving adolescents hormones. That's the whole issue. That's where it becomes a problem.
Yeah. So like you understand that that's done because people have dysphoria.
Correct. To which these treatments, there's no proof that exists that it creates any long-term positivity. There's no study in the world that proves that. It actually
Yeah.
disproves that.
So you would think if you were to, you would expect to see like under your
It
worldview, you would
changes it
expect to
changes
say.
short-term ideology.
So do you think that
So like
gender affirming
I've
care?
looked at these studies as well. They're all short-term studies based on feelings. So like they'll ask a 13-year-old how they feel and they'll say I feel this, I feel that, I feel like I want to unalive myself. Those studies then give these people these cross-sex hormones that are going to make you feel better. So then 3 months later they say, "Hey, how are you feeling?" Well, now this person who is now on these drugs that are making them feel good say, "Hey, I feel great. I don't feel like unaliving anymore." So then they say, "Okay, look, this is now a positive case." But in reality, they didn't change anything. Their whole basis of the study is based off of a positive reaction to these drugs in a short amount of time.
Yeah,
That's all it
even like
is.
longer term studies show that generally speaking, people are far more happy with what happens in the long run.
But that, again, though, that doesn't, in the long run, it doesn't affect anything because the unaliving rates are still the
Yeah,
same.
because you know what doesn't change? What doesn't change is a society who fundamentally doesn't fucking recognize them as
Well, no,
humans
what
still.
doesn't change is a man
That
doesn't
doesn't
turn into a
change.
woman and a woman doesn't turn into a
Well,
man. So you could never cure the problem. That's
yeah.
why it doesn't
So how is
change.
that? Are you assuming that like gender is
You're
something that
putting
you
a
that you
band-aid on it.
are, not like because I would reject that gender is something that you like fundamentally like are like it's not just because you're a male or a female. It's
Well, yeah,
something that's
it's the
constructed
whole
by
argument is
society.
yes, and that argument gets nowhere because everything in our life is a societal construct. Like our lives are societal
Mm,
constructs. So
no,
as far well, yes,
no. So
as
like
far as we've had,
sex is something that's based off of natural biology instead of like a social construct.
yes, the whole. But again, if you want to go down that rabbit hole in that argument, every part of this is a social construct, right?
They're created by societies, but that doesn't mean that like
Correct. So
when
science is
I'm
created
talking
by
about social
society.
construct.
Everything is created by society.
Yeah, but
So
like
yeah.
science
So
is
as
studying
long as
natural things.
we've been so as long as we've been a society, male is man, female is
Yeah,
woman.
that is just a weird appeal to like tradition.
Well, it's not. I mean, again, it's not weird. It's since the
Well, you're saying
beginning
that
of
it's
time.
right. You're saying it's right
So
because
the
it's
only
always
thing
been
that's
this way.
weird
That's just
is
logic
this
and
new.
fallacious.
Okay, let me add something real
Yeah,
quick.
so that would actually mean that's the norm, and the new way of thinking is illogical.
Okay, listen, that doesn't have anything to do with logic. Exactly, that's pretty good.
It
So
does,
I literally just said,
because you're
listen,
arguing the history of
be
society.
good, be good. Thank you. If we're talking about from the beginning of history, you'd have to recognize that trans people have always existed from our first written history. We have written history of them. We can see how they existed in their societies. And there are still societies in the world today that have third genders that are like legally recognized and just a normal part of their gender structure over there. So you also have to acknowledge that trans people have always existed as well.
Yeah, no one's saying they haven't. I'm not arguing that they haven't existed. I haven't said that at all.
Well, you're just
But you
saying
just
that they
like
can't
it's
gender
always man
because
and woman, and that's not saying they don't exist.
These people exist. They are either man or woman, and they have mental health
No.
Wait,
disorders.
hold on. So
It's a man
what's
or
the
a woman
logical
with a mental
contradiction?
health disorder.
If it's not possible that they could not be anything else, then what is the contradiction? Because in order for you to be able to like affirmatively claim that they can only be male or female, or sorry, man or woman, means that like there's no like third option that they could never be.
Yes, the third option is a genetic abnormality.
Yeah,
Right.
so,
we have
man
a standard. Yes, we have a standard as human beings. You're male or female.
Yeah,
If
so
you're born both, or if you want to go to a biological level, say you have both hormones, like that means
Gender is
you're
a
a genetic
biology.
abnormality.
Gender is a
Yes, I
biology.
understand. The new wave of thinking is that gender and sex aren't the same. But again, as society as a whole, for as long as we've been a thing,
Yeah,
have put those two together.
Yeah, for the longest
So to say
time,
now,
we
to
used
say
to
that
think
now
slavery
they're
was
just all of a
fine.
sudden different, I get that. But I mean, that's not a fair comparison.
Well, the reason why I'm saying that is because just because historically
Slavery
it was
is slavery. A man is a man, a woman is a woman.
Yeah, I would hold.
No one's like,
slavery
oh,
is objectively
slavery. We're
wrong.
gonna call slavery something different. Like it's not a same comparison.
Yeah, so like you're literally just making like an appeal to tradition or history fallacy here. You're just saying that it's always been this case.
Well, I could say
right.
that but again, though, so I could argue your claim that you're saying it's a societal construct, that everything we're talking about is a societal construct, right? So we've lived in societies as long as we've gone, right? So this whole thing was invented by society.
Yeah,
so you have no endpoint. You have no endpoint to that argument, because everything that we have in our lives is a societal construct.
Yeah, so a social construct is like by definition, or like a social construct is something that is constructed by society and doesn't have like a reflective on nature. So like sex is reflective of like the nature of our genetics and our biology.
I understand that, and as long as we have been a society, we have put those two together: male, man, female, woman. That's
but that's inherently
how those things go.
It's been arbitrarily done that way. There's no like objective.
Well, it's not. I mean, it's not arbitrary. It's the literal meaning of the words and how society has constructed it to be.
Yeah.
So if you want to go against that, you're going against your very own argument.
Well, yeah, but you agree that definitions change over time, and they're not immutable.
Yes, correct. But as far as this, yes, this definition doesn't change. A male can't be a female, and a female can't be a male. It's never. It's an impossibility.
Yeah, we're not saying that.
So you're changing your definition based on nothing that's real.
I'm not saying that
you're changing it based on something imaginary.
Yeah, this is a silly blender of like understanding what transgender people are.
Yes, they're individuals that have a mental health issue.
No, okay.
No.
I want you to ask me a question.
Someone who's born a male thinks they're a female. That's an impossibility, because they can never know what a female feels like.
I need you to answer this question, or ask me this question, okay? Because I'm trans, so you can ask this to me. It's okay. I want you to ask me, do you deny your sex assigned at birth?
I don't know. Do you deny your sex assigned at birth?
No,
Okay.
I fully acknowledge it.
Okay.
I'm not delusional on the stance that I am trying to become not the sex I was born as.
Yes, which you will never be. So at that point, it's just
Exactly. I
make.
accept
Yes,
it.
it's a make
We're on
believe.
the same page.
Yeah,
But I'm not a man or a woman.
Well, you are though.
No, you don't recognize the difference between sex and gender.
it's like just a silly blunder. It's
You
like
could
this
do
is
it.
the
Gus,
thing.
Well, I mean, you
hold
could say
on.
it's silly.
The
I
Gus
mean, you're
understand.
going against,
Well, it is inherently silly because all you're doing is just equivocating between like male and man to be like the same thing.
which they
What's the
are.
definition of male? Okay, so what's the definition of male?
I don't know the exact definition in front of me. I can bring it up if you like.
Okay, so I don't know how you're going to affirm something if you don't know the case. I don't want to make some type of Socratic fallacy. What's a man? Oh, just to be clear, one of them is not an adjective, by the way. So one would you be describing like the sex development in reference to like the microgrammatic girl?
Yes, yes.
So
I understand the difference between sex and gender. We've gone over this countless times. So, well,
wait,
I
hold on.
understand
If you
this.
understand, hold on. If you understand, then I don't know why that you will be reducing like the framework in terms. Okay, so when it's born or
Because
registered male at birth.
that's the way it is,
Hold on.
and
Based
that's
on
the
what?
society. Yeah,
Wait,
the
wait,
based. Yeah,
wait. That'll be. Do you not understand like what
yes,
again the
based on.
host was just saying in terms of the appeal to tradition fallacy that I put in that in the comments? Do you not know what appeal to tradition is?
Yes, it's the society we live in, and it's how we've done it for thousands of years.
That's
So
not what I
again, if
asked
you
you.
want to change the
What?
definition, you need to
Listen,
change it to something.
common.
And you're
That's not what I
changing a
asked you.
definition based off
Wait,
nothing.
hold on. No,
You're
no
changing
one's
a
changing.
definition
Hold
based
on.
on
Stop. Hold
nothing
on.
that's actually.
Common. Stop over talking. This is not going well for you because no one here is
It is
compiling
though.
definitions. Hold on. Stop. I don't think you understand the subject at hand, so you're extremely confused. For the reason that you're confused is because you're under the assumption that someone is changing the definition. I don't know what definition you're trying to address, but it's not one of them. Particularly that you're equivocating between male and man. You don't know the definition of male, so I don't know how you're going to accuse someone else of changing the definition that you don't
Yeah, I
know.
just.
Just give me a second.
Yeah, we
So
could.
the accusation is just resting upon like the assumption that we are like compiling definitions in reference to like lexicography. We're not lexicographers, so we're not changing definitions. Some people may have a stipulated definition. Some people may have an idiosyncratic definition. But all you're doing is just equivocating between male and man, and I also disagree with that. There are going to be some cases may have a misalignment between their gender and their
Yes,
sex at
which
birth.
is an abnormality in their brain.
Wait, hold on. Whether if it's something to be an abnormality is sex, does it not? Got to be there, yes or no?
It is an abnormality.
That-
It would by
Wait,
definition be an abnormality.
hold on. That's not what I asked. I asked whether does it exist or does it still occur? That it be either yes or no.
Yes, no one's arguing that it doesn't exist or occur.
Okay, great. So therefore, it will be irrelevant in order to you to bring that up, whether if it's an abnormality or not.
What?
So
No,
hold on.
Yeah.
I don't know why you're still over talking me.
that's the whole point. Is that it's an
No, it
abnormality.
isn't. Wait, okay, wait, hold on. Just so, obviously that we're talking about like a marginalized demographic, sure, but it's not irrelevant in terms like whether or not. Wait, hold on. It doesn't
is,
justify the previous.
It's the whole
Stop
point.
over talking. Like you seem to be failing at communication because you seem to be like impatient
No,
where
you're
like
just
you're behaving immaturely.
spouting words.
Stop.
Don't really.
Well,
mean it.
maybe. Well,
We're
okay. If
doing-
you just. Well, I don't know
So
about
you
you,
came
but yeah, not necessarily. They were like.
You got
not-
involved.
Well, I got
Here you are.
involved is because I'm addressing the claims that you're making. I don't hold that male and men are the same thing.
Yeah,
One
that's
would you be
fine.
in reference to.
Everyone
Yeah,
else does.
one-
Though.
You're still overspeaking
That's
me.
why it's a problem.
You're still overspeaking me.
The
I don't know
society.
why is that happening. I don't know why is that happening. That should not
Because
be
I'm
happening.
doing
Your
it.
words should not be in a.
Well, they
yeah,
are.
Just because.
Okay,
I mean, they are.
Blue, if you ever want me to drop him for
You can be in your-
overspeaking and not listening,
No one
just
cares.
tell me, and I got it.
Yeah, so for the reason that male and men are not the same thing is because one would just be in reference to like the sexual development. The other would just be in reference to the gender category. That would be in reference to like social ontology, right? This max may have some type of ontology which it'll be relating to an organism, but not entirely like people are defined by at least the correlation between the development or sex development in terms of developmental biology. So if you're on about like, okay, what makes a man a woman or a male and female, then I don't know. You haven't established that. All you're doing is just equivocating between, telling the panel, okay, trans people are not identifying as what they are. They are. All you're just doing is equivocating.
Oh, here and
Literally, as
Anyway,
soon as I was like, stop over speaking my friend or you're out of here, he was like, okay, I'm just gonna run and not listen to a word he's gonna say. Like, Jesus fucking Christ, listen to them.
also, just to be clear, something that has been used interchangeably does not mean these things are the same thing. So if you're going to concede that gender and sex are not the same thing, then clearly, then you're off the wrong track. You're just not acknowledging your own position. Conflating male and men are to be the same thing. Man is not sex or smacks, by the way. Like men, which would be in relation to gender. Also, I think that Jack cannot handle being here and listening to the course of the conversation where they're just spurging and referring to people as P3DO when they can't actually engage in the conversation. So you're not really like, very well suited. Anyway, I came up here because I'm in the middle of at an event right now. Watching the St. Patrick's Parade. I've heard the conversation. I was like listening. But one of the interesting ones was, the conflation between male and man. I heard about the medical side of things in terms of gender affirming care and then what would be the repercussions. But then again, this is trivial. For the reason why it's trivial is because any medication you take, whether it's been
Side
approved by
effects.
the FDA, right? There
Yeah.
are plenty of side effects when you're taking like medication. Like I don't know if you ever heard like a commercial. Most prominent ones I can't think of at the top of my head because complex names, but they tend to go into detail why if you're going to take this, why would this be beneficial for you? But you should consult, like basically reconcile with your doctor or your primary care doctor if it's necessary for you to take this, and they'll list you the benefits and disadvantages when taking such medication. There are side effects to any medication that you take.
Yeah.
So I don't know why people are unaliving on this hill. That seemingly somehow if you are taking PPO blockers, the negative side effects are basically are definite, and you just take this with any sort of medication. This is like just what's the term I'm looking for? It's just selective outrage all over again.
Yeah.
Absolutely. And what was I gonna say? I totally had a response and then it just left my mind. I'll unmute again if I remember.
No problem. So that's all I wanted to come up for. I'm so sorry to dominate the conversation, but I
You
figured
ate
that
though.
No, you're doing
because if you're saying okay, you're either male or female, okay, like what constitutes that? Obviously, if we were to talk about biology, and he was referencing sexual dimorphism earlier in terms of bone density. The bones, obviously, you can reference like different concepts and like disciplines. Obviously, you have anthropology and things of that sort. Well, not anthropology, but like, what's the term I'm looking for? It has to deal with this I can't find. I tend to forget, but I often like get it on the dot. Like I tend to pinpoint exactly what I'm referencing, but it has to deal with forensic anthropology. I think is what it's called. I think, but that's just what I'm referencing. Anyway, I'm going to hop down. Thank you for having me. Everyone
Bye.
has a good rest of the day. Bye.
You too.
Yeah, thank you for coming up. You're always welcome up here when you're free and wanting to come up. So like it was good to see you around today for sure. Have fun at your parade. I forgot it's around St. Patty's Day.
Oh, it's St. Patrick's Day today. Damn. Crazy.
I'm not
Whoa.
wearing green. I'm gonna be pinched. Whee!
It's okay, I'm in the same boat.
You have the right to pinch all weasels today. Don't do it, because you get
There are
fucking
yellow
bit.
ones, but not green ones.
Yeah. I don't know. You could. I don't know. Maybe a weasel, rolled around in grass. Now has grass stains on their fur.
That would be the move if you're a weasel today.
No, but don't pinch a weasel. Don't try to pick one up. They'll fucking bite you.
Snap his neck.
Did you see the albino milk dud comment? Oh my god.
I
Yeah,
didn't.
said, did you not see the server? I sent it to
Yeah,
you in
I
the
saw it.
server.
Yeah, that's where I saw it from. I haven't seen that before.
Yeah,
That is
Also-
really funny.
It was someone who spelt out the F slur in the comments in
Oh.
individual messages, and muted him.
Yeah.
But I saw him send that before he said that, so I took a screenshot because that's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, also, for anybody in the comments, if somebody is using slurs, if somebody is bringing up fucking padded cells, if somebody is being disrespectful to you, even if they're not using those slurs or that specific language, that's just some of the stuff I literally have seen today. Also, Vatic, you can join the stream server on Discord if you want to see. And also, we can take a second, but we do have another op up here. I'm going to do a mod break real quick. Hello, everybody, all 15 of us. Keep tapping that screen if you like these conversations. Keep commenting as well. That definitely helps. If you're opposition, you're welcome to request up at any time. We usually, not always, but we usually only do one opposition at once. So you may need to wait until the one we're currently on is done, and we don't really have much of a line, so it shouldn't take long. Also, share the live, even if you are opposition. Share it with your friends. This is just all to help us be able to continue to have these conversations. Thank you, friends.
Yeah, we don't.
Also, gift your friends if you see someone you like up here,
Yeah, we don't have any.
and
ops.
if you can.
They weaseled, or they just mistakenly.
I just accepted up the person that I could see. Yep,
Yeah.
I know that's op as well. I don't know if you want to talk to them or not, but yep.
New Blade?
Hey, I spoke to you before, you know.
Yeah, it sounds familiar.
Yeah.
Are you brushing your teeth right now?
Yeah.
Maybe it's not the time to be unmuted. Thank you. When you're done brushing your teeth, we're probably going to re-ask for agent pronouns here real quick. And then we can talk about whatever you like, especially if you looked into anything. We always love when people actually do come back to us with sources. Oh, I was about to say, I don't think I finished what I was saying. If somebody's talking shit to you in the comments, like I was talking about earlier, just tell one of the mods. You can like tag me, and that will be well more likely for me to see it. Just say something like mods or whatever, because just a lot of the times if we're discussing something, I'm not having an eye on the comments. And
I pay attention to the comments if I'm actually not doing something.
yeah, so it's really just like if all of us happen to be distracted and you see it going on for too long, I mean it all if you want to bug us, but we'll try to get on it as soon as we see it. Just let us know and we'll take care of it.
Well, I'm being Solid Snake right now, so I probably will be distracted, to be honest.
Valid.
I will send you a link, Vatic, for this.
I think that's what distracted me from finishing my thought earlier, which is not a bad thing because I remembered it and because everyone's welcome to stream server. So, yeah.
I'm not used to do. There we go. Invite.
Hey,
Never.
I'm only gonna be up here for like not very long.
Okay.
Okay, can we get your age and pronouns again, just as a reminder?
I'm 19 and my pronouns are she, her.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, so with this whole gender identity stuff, yeah, I think it's getting a bit out of hand. Like, there's more. You
There
guys are
is
saying
no
that
way.
there's.
No, there is no way Hula Hoop has made a third account trying to dodge people. finding
You
out
said
who
that
it
it
is.
sounded like hula earlier, Sto. Is this hula?
No, this is the way they're talking, the specific mannerisms that they use and specific words gives it away every time. This is the third account you've had. You've been
This is
trying
the
to
same
dodge
account. I
people,
just changed my
noticing.
username.
Oh,
Oh,
Yeah.
so
well,
it's not a
then
new
keep
account,
denying
but
that
it's
it's
a
Because,
you.
like, I
concealed
was
one.
sick of. Someone said that I'm being xenophobic to, like, this Polynesian tribe or something because their religion is hula. And I was like, I'm sick of this woke nonsense, but I love Polynesians, so I don't really want to be xenophobic, even though I didn't even know that they had a religion or anything. But the woke stuff will be woke, so yeah. um, yeah, continuing with what I was saying, yeah, you guys are saying that there's more than two genders now. There's like non-binary, but there's some problems with the non-binary gender, and I'll explain it. I was talking to a biological male the other day, and he was saying very misogynistic things. I can't even repeat some of the things he was saying. Then I called him out for it. I was like, that you're being very misogynistic right now. And he was like, I can't be misogynistic because I'm non-binary. And he has like the deepest voice. You know, some Canadians, I don't know what the link
I
is, but
disagree with that guy. Sorry to interrupt. I'll just say that off the bat.
yeah, like everyone can be misogynistic.
Like, they're non-binary, but yes, everybody. Well, if you apply the same like logic that we do with racism, then women can be like anti-woman, but not misogynistic technically. But I don't think that generally applies. So yeah, I would say everybody can be misogynistic.
As a black person, everyone can be racist too. To say that not everyone can be racist is dumb because I'm biracial, yeah. And do you know who was being rude to my family?
I'm really sorry I brought this up because it's just not the topic. I'm sorry. I typically try to not like speak about anything about like the black experience or what people of color experience because I am white and we aren't equipped to like be having that conversation right now. So I'm just gonna
I'm sorry.
steer the plane back to the topic, hopefully.
Yeah. So you know the guy who came on earlier, yeah? I agree with everything he was saying, and I don't think you guys were understanding the growth plate stuff because I remember when I was 14, I was really scared that I wouldn't stop growing. Thank God I did because I was 5 flipping 9. I found out when I did some research that when you're a girl, your growth plates, like around your legs and stuff, close when you're like fuse. Sorry, when you're like 14, and when if you're a boy, your growth plates were fused when you're like 18, like around your legs and stuff. So, like, with this whole puberty blocker stuff, like the kids who are getting prescribed it, who don't have precocious puberty and stuff, it's different ages that they're getting prescribed it. Like, 12, some of them 9, some of them 7.
That would be
But
precocious puberty, actually.
Yeah, when you go early enough, it's just gonna be precocious puberty at that point. Like, there's
And everybody hits Tanner stage 2 of puberty at a different time, which is why they're prescribed at different ages, not by a big range, because everybody typically hits Tanner stage 2 puberty around the same time. But obviously, we have like precocious puberty. I'm sure there's like delayed puberty as well. But yeah, so it is going to be at different times, but all at the same stage in their puberty.
yeah, I agree with that. Like me myself, like I don't know if I had a problem with like I think I had like delayed puberty, like but about that, yeah. I just know someone on this app who they're a trans woman and they were saying that they got prescribed puberty blockers at 7
yeah,
for
that's
gender
That would
dysphoria.
be good. It wouldn't be for gender dysphoria, though. It'd be for precocious puberty. That's very early puberty.
Yeah, that makes
Yeah,
absolutely no sense.
I mean
Also,
it
hi, Stoke.
definitely.
oh, hi.
Sorry.
Hello.
It definitely works because this person honestly actually looks like a woman. They're not like the other like trans women on this app who you can tell that they're trans women and stuff. However, like, yeah, some of them be looking so masculine, and I feel so sorry for them because they're going
Neo,
around saying that they're a woman, but they look like the way they do.
Neo, you know that
Yeah.
women can be masculine, right?
Yeah, like I actually know someone with PCOS and they have like a lot of facial hair and stuff. However, that is like when I don't really know what the
What?
cause of PCOS is, but trans women do not have PCOS. They just are going through
Correct.
the
You
natural
can
puberty.
you can you can be
But
masculine without having PCOS, you know.
yeah, I was gonna say, like, what there's nothing wrong with looking masculine or feminine. Anyway, um, oh God, you've gotten me completely off track of what I was gonna say about your comment.
Sorry,
Ah,
I have a really bad way of talking. Sorry.
you're good. Um, oh no, where roll it back real quick. I'm sorry. I
Is it
need a
that
summary of what was said.
you wanted to respond to something that I said? I was talking
Yes.
about the growth plates. So the guy who came on earlier,
Oh,
I was saying that I agree with him.
right. Is it okay, Stowed, is it okay if I, like, yeah, I don't
No, silence. No, I'm kidding. No, you can go.
know.
But don't ask my opinion.
I refuse. No, I'm
If you
kidding.
become a problem, I'll
Um,
bring it up to you.
yeah. Neo, why do you agree? I guess is the real question.
Well, I did say that when girls' growth plates fuse at like 14 in their legs and stuff, so that if they're taking puberty blockers and stuff from the age of 12 for like a long time, for example, they're going to be shorter in the future. And like,
So,
yeah.
um, actually, growth plates, when they fuse, is completely genetic, first off.
May I give
Second,
us a quick side note?
you can also
Average.
damage them pretty
I don't want to
easily.
take Vatic off topic, so or off topic.
Average.
Go for it.
Okay. We were just looking at this data earlier, and I believe it was like 3/4 of an inch to an inch, something like that, was the most variation we were finding, anyways.
Um,
So
I'm the study that I'm looking at specifically said like 2 inches max.
Yeah, that sounds about right for the maximum. I've seen over an inch. The one that I was looking at was males who had been on puberty blockers and then went into gender affirming hormones, so estrogen. Were
Yeah.
only very slightly different or shorter, which would make sense
I
if this was like a genetic
I
based thing.
Mine was the I think it was Danish, that the Danish study, if you know what I'm talking about.
There's so many studies.
I know, right?
it's funny.
But
I know what one you're talking about. I just don't have a computer. I just think it's funny that you say the Danish study, and I've been on here long enough that I know what you're talking about.
yeah, well, it is specified as the Danish study in the name of the study, so
I guess so, but like it's most people would be like that's so general and like not have any idea. So
mm, true. But yeah, so I don't think that plus or minus 2 inches is going to make that huge of a difference.
I
That's what she
mean, I
said.
think everyone should be trying to get to their like full potential height wise. Like I'm
Why?
noticing people not really caring about their health now. Like men are having very low testosterone and not exercising enough. I think I
It's
said this
different.
like a while ago to you, still at
Um,
ski,
It's
isn't it?
stoat.
1 second, Neo.
Still at, I don't know.
Neo,
I've loved hearing you
what
say
does
Stoatsky, so I haven't corrected
okay,
it.
yeah. No, I absolutely adore that. But yeah, I don't height one is very genetic. Also, what does reaching your full potential have to do with height? And what does health have to do with height?
So people who are malnourished sometimes don't reach their full
Uh-huh.
potential, and
But
people
these people
who,
aren't malnourished.
yeah, I'm just saying that they're taking like I guess substances, drugs, whatever you want to call it, that are like blocking their puberty which would mean
Okay.
that they're not going to reach their full potential height-wise.
You still haven't told me why that's a bad thing.
Okay, and
I
yeah.
mean, like, I guess it's going to ruin their confidence a little bit. I know that from experience talking to shorter people, they tend to be a bit more insecure. So if we can
Really?
try to avoid the shortness in society,
Really?
then
I love that I'm
people's
short.
self-esteem would be increased.
Neo, you're
What?
talking to someone who is 4'11".
Okay. Oh wow. And you're a
Yeah,
male.
I'm
Do
a dude, yeah.
you have like short genetics? Are your parents?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That is
Well
how that
then,
works.
yeah, 100%. Like I think it's 90% genetic.
Yeah, I don't. Okay. So, first off, do you understand why trans kids are put on puberty blockers? Do you know why that is?
Well, their gender identity is not aligning with their sex. So a
No.
female is saying that they are a boy, and
Neo.
then they go
Neo.
and get like diagnosed
Neo.
with gender dysphoria, and then they get given like these hormones or drugs to
Neo.
stop their puberty.
You are you are to an extent not correct. Gender
What did I say?
dysphoria is a mental health condition that
Not all of
is
them
in the
have it.
DSM and in the ICD,
Hmm.
and it can happen. It is the most common in transgender people. It can happen also to cisgender individuals under certain circumstances.
How so
The
though? Like,
reason, and I'm not done. The reason we treat gender dysphoria is because it is harmful to a person's well-being.
It causes
Gender
stress.
dysphoria can be so severe that it can be life-threatening. Do you understand how that is a little more important to treat than 2 inches of height?
I mean, so this whole life-threatening stuff, it's not because their body is giving up on them. It's because I guess they're giving up on themselves because they're
Do
like a
Ooh.
female.
one second. Wait, 1 second. Do you think that antidepressants aren't useful? Do you think that people
Um,
shouldn't be described antidepressants?
if you need it, like for example, if you have depression, but if
Yeah,
you don't need
so
it,
gender
you're not
dysphoria.
getting it.
That's a
So gender
clinical
dysphoria
diagnosis.
is a diagnosis that has a treatment.
Ooh.
And it's hormones and puberty blockers.
Yes.
Oh,
Yes.
that's disgusting. Like, just
Oh,
go
so
with like
okay.
therapy
Okay,
and
to be
stuff.
clear,
Yeah.
right,
We have a
so
huge
antidepressants are also disgusting. You shouldn't get any sort of medication before you're the age of 16. Like, what are you talking
No,
about?
because you're treating mental conditions like a brain chemical imbalance
That's not what
with
that is.
or like whatever depression is, all right, with like it's a mental condition, like there's a problem with your brain. So then you're
Uh-huh.
taking rugs to like fix the problem, which is I
Yeah.
think it's like a chemical imbalance in some people.
Actually,
Um,
it's complicated. Depression's
it's
it
complicated, but we're not
depends.
complicated,
going there.
yeah.
It depends
Like for
is the big
me
thing.
personally, I know that I personally take like lithium, which will fix the chemical imbalance in my brain personally.
Hmm.
But that's because I need it. It's not because like it's because if I don't get it, then risk like dementia and stuff. I don't
Yeah.
think
Do
you
you think that
understand. However,
do you,
these people they're doing it to themselves. It's not
I'm
because their
sorry,
body.
one sec. Okay, pause, because I'm not letting you finish that thought. Um,
Yeah, it's
do you
true.
think that people who are depressed are doing it to themselves?
No, what I'm saying
Okay,
is
so why is it different when it's gender dysphoria, which is also a mental health diagnosis?
because you're treating it with cosmetic things. You're not treating it
So, to be
Yeah.
clear,
Do
because
you know
I
why
hear
we
um,
do
that some trans
this?
people are still having gender dysphoria even after this treatment. Like, I don't even.
yo,
It's just like
1 second.
therapy exists.
Can we not can we not run off the track? Because we need to slow down. I am telling you, and I have told you multiple times, that puberty blockers and hormones are a treatment for a medical condition called gender dysphoria.
Mental. It's in your head.
That, I'm sorry, is mental health
Is
not
your brain
considered
not
health?
part of your
Yeah,
body?
so you're treating it with cosmetic like drugs and surgery rather than like
Okay, so
drugs to fix the chemical
wait one
imbalance,
second.
whatever it is in your brain.
1 second. I'm confused here because people who have
Treating mental conditions with physical
hey, hey,
healthcare.
I'm
Like
not done talking. I was in the middle of a sentence. Thank you. I'm just a little confused because there are a lot of medical conditions that whose treatments are majority cosmetic.
like
Multiple birth defects and deformities.
it's not a mental
There are,
condition.
I said medical.
I'm talking about mental, mate.
Okay.
Ask you something?
Gender dysphoria is mental. It's not physical.
And also, there are literally cases where different mental health conditions actually do require extensive, like, surgery and treatment.
Like
I don't know what you're, like, I don't know what the issue
they're
is when I
not.
just
It's not
Okay,
said,
one of
we're
when
gonna
I
take a
just,
we're gonna let Vatic finish, and then we're gonna take a quick
thank
break.
you. Thank you, jeez.
Tension's
When I
building
just
up here.
said that gender dysphoria can be life-threatening,
Why
why,
don't you just put them in what's it? The hospital, isn't it?
what?
Okay, I am going to apparently take the quick break now because Neo doesn't want to respect the panel. And I mean, I'm typically muted if I'm not speaking. So I think that that's something that's doable for all of us. And if if you got to be unmuted, at least just shut your mouth when other people are talking. I heard I wasn't finished from one of my friends. I wasn't finished speaking, and I'm immediately back here because you don't overspeak friends. Okay. So we're gonna just let people finish, and once I'm done speaking in a second here, and we're gonna let Vatic finish because you tried to and you didn't let him, and then we're gonna let Astrid say something because Astrid has something to add as well. Thank you.
Thank you, Cole. I just, am I going insane?
Yeah,
I'm
we all are.
sorry.
No, I'm kidding.
The treatment for something that is life-threatening has risks. Yes, like all medical treatments do. All medical treatments are a decision of cost versus benefit from the doctor and the patient and anybody else that is involved in that person's care. I don't understand why you think that suddenly you know more than the doctors that are treating this person. What? I'm so confused.
Yeah, so of course, I'm just saying that the treatment that the doctors are giving them, I'm just saying that like it's not life threatening because like these people are like they're unaliving
What?
themselves, right? Like that they're still going to be alive
What?
without
Okay, first of all, Neo, you're
I'm gonna hit
wrong.
my head
Second of
into a
all, we were
wall.
gonna let Astrid go when Vatic was done speaking, were we not? Did I not establish that? Astrid, do you still have something to say?
I was just gonna say, like, if you think that, like, treating like a mental disorder, like, do you think the brain is not part of the body or something?
Yeah, it is.
It's in your head. That's the dumbest fucking
Shut
thing
up.
I've ever heard.
You're still going to be
But
alive
yes,
without the
gender. No,
hormones.
shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up. Thank you. Do you think that just because my gender dysphoria is in my head, I shouldn't alleviate that with the most recommended medical treatment for it? Because I have antidepressants because I have major depressive disorder and generalized panic disorder. But no, that's fine. It's only when it's some moral panic nonsense that J.K. Rowling's been shoving down your throat for 10 years that you care?
I don't, bruh. J.K. Rowling
Bruh.
her statement is fairly recent. Like I only found out about it like fairly recently. I'm an independent thinker. I came up with this myself. All right.
What?
That's
Haven't been
hilarious.
talking
That's
to no
adorable.
GCs. Oh, it's adorable.
Oh, look
Yeah.
at the independent
Shut the fuck
thinker.
up. Independent thinkers
Okay.
don't just vomit talking points from alt-right think tanks
Like,
ad nauseum.
like
One
who?
second.
You've said it's all in your head, for one. You said it's cosmetic procedures. It's
Yeah.
you're imagining it. Like it's not. You
You're-
think those are
Astrid.
independent thoughts?
The vagina, like
What?
Astrid, 1
a
second.
boy who wants a vagina. Like that's gender dysphoria for some people. You're like, oh my gosh, my penis. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die. Like,
I
Okay.
almost killed myself 3 times when I was a teenager.
yeah, like I'm not trying to invalidate that you did that, but
Yes,
like
you
that's
are. You
You
just
are.
did.
No, I'm not. No, I'm not.
You are.
Because-
Don't
because
just back. Say it with your whole chest if you're gonna be
What
a bigot.
happened to therapy?
Say it with your whole chest. Don't
What- say
walk it
what?
back.
Say what?
If you're gonna be a bigot, just fucking say it.
Say
Like,
say
Don't
that.
couch it in.
second.
Oh, I don't
I don't know what kind
disrespect
of
you.
trans or non-binary or they, them, us you are. Like, just weird.
Hi, I'm a trans woman. How about you go fuck yourself and actually just stand on business if you're gonna do shit like this? Like, actually, it's pathetic.
Yeah.
You're a sad individual. If you think you're an independent thinker, but you can't stand on the things you're saying.
Stand on what?
You don't know any science. You don't know anything other than what your fucking turf island government's shoving down your throat.
Actually, the government is more in favor of the people who want gender-friendly care.
Good.
Really? Is that why
Yeah.
they just ruled that people like me aren't women at all?
Oh yeah, because
Different governments, I'm pretty
Ban
sure.
trans women. Oh my gosh, that's just sad, you know, because you're walking around. If you are a trans woman, I don't know what kind of trans or LGBT you are, then you're just embarrassing yourself going around calling yourself a woman.
Excuse me?
You're embarrassing yourself saying that you are
Because
an
like you make a
independent
fool
thinker.
of yourself. Do you think people take you seriously?
Yeah.
Yeah, I take Astrid very seriously.
Okay.
I'm very active in my community.
You guys are part of the same community.
I'm not.
Man,
I'm
himself non-binary.
I'm not
Turn your camera on.
LGBTQ or I or A. I am none of the. Well, I might be I, but that would be just because I don't know my stereotypes. That would be different.
So I
Yeah.
might also I just because I haven't gotten stereotypes. Like, come on.
You could possibly be.
Yeah, no, you
I could
you
be.
only know if you're intersex or not if you've been stereotyped. Otherwise, all you know is that you have like an SRY gene or don't, to some extent.
Well, that's
Pretty
not that's not the only way to know the technicality, but the lesser showing forms typically yes.
Yeah.
If you do not have if they did not decide that you had medical necessity to be karyotyped, it's very unlikely that you would, like, have any, yeah. But either way,
It's also $3,000 here, so I'm not gonna waste my time on that. Or money.
yeah, yo, I have a genetic condition, and they're trying to have me pay $3,000 for a medically necessary fucking thing. I'm not. Anyway, sorry, don't mind me.
You
Sorry
can
to
do
hear
But
that.
stereotype at home. Kidding.
also, I love your hair, Astrid.
I thought you were saying that to Stoat at first. And
Let's see what I say.
What did I just come back to? I haven't been paying
So, I
attention
love
for
your
a
hair
couple
too.
minutes, but
So,
yeah,
I love
it's
your hair
gorgeous.
too.
Flowing,
It's
right?
beautiful.
I also wanted to just say, because you complimented Astrid's hair, it's dark Astrid era, I think is what
1 second.
you said. It's so
1 second.
cute. I love
1
it.
sec. I just got a pop-up saying consuming substances
yeah,
featured
I
in this
did too.
live
We
could
might
harm
need
your
to
health.
restart.
We all have it.
No, I
What?
just have to
Sorry.
remove Astrid. I don't give a shit.
Wait, what substance?
Yeah, I don't know.
I just
Estrogen?
vape. I don't know.
Like Neo was
Estrogen?
talking
Yeah,
about
that would
like
do it. That
drugs
would
and
do
like,
it.
using the word
Mm.
substances and stuff earlier too. But yeah, anyway.
Yeah, if you do vape on stream, it does do the silly.
I see. Also, hi.
Yellow,
I just
But I
hi.
don't know if
I
Astro.
just did my hair the other day.
I just did my eyebrow the other day. I know that
Nice.
probably here. You know what? I think this is the only time I've ever turned my camera on Stoats Live. But you guys will get a peek sees.
Yippee.
Let me
Sorry.
find the light. Okay. So I have hair,
Go.
it's up, but I do this with my eyebrow. My skin's still a little stained and it always is for like a
That
day.
looks so cool.
But yeah, that's my little signature hair
I
dye thing.
don't have eyebrows.
I love your hair.
Thank
The
you.
yellow?
I just did it. Yeah. I'm a highlighter.
Nice. I just did like blue. Like I tried to do
Really
streaks,
dark
but it
blue.
didn't really work.
It's pretty.
Thank you.
Anyway,
You're very pretty.
yeah, so I'm confused as to why, like, you're seeing a bunch of people living their lives relatively happily with the treatment that they're getting and saying that, okay, bye.
Wow.
She's a runner. She's a track star.
Also, hi, Mr. Iconic. I don't know how long you've been here, but I just saw you in the comments. Hello, friend.
Oh god, I need to get up and start sewing. Fuck.
I hate when I have to get up too. It's the worst.
No, I have a convention at the first weekend of next month, and I
Ooh,
still
that's
haven't
exciting.
finished stuff. And I'm screaming internally because I have a lot to do.
Okay, I've never been like a convention person like that, but there are a few concerts that I've made my own shirts for. And
Oh,
I was going to a 21 Pilots concert. This was October of 24. Their most recent album, Breach, hadn't come out yet, but it was like the Clancy
yo.
/ Breach tour. And it was the last time they were in Columbus, which was really fun because hometown. But I made a shirt for that, and I remember staying up so late at night and just like praying it would be dry by the next day and shit like that when I was working on it. So I get the kind of, if for me it's the ADHD, I'll push it off until the last second, and then I wanted to be perfect, so I just like sit there working myself to death before an event. But it was just really worth it. I like the shirts that I made. So.
Okay, my thing is I'm disabled, so I've been speed sewing for 2 weeks. Looks more like I sew for a couple hours one day and then I have to like take a nap.
Yeah, sounds about right. That's why I usually don't work more than like my typical shifts, 3.5 hours. It's so nice.
Yeah. Also, warning for medication ASMR if you because we're just chatting at the moment. If you want me to mute, let me know.
I
But
just
yeah.
take my titty skittles too.
Oh, I don't take those.
What? Yeah. Medication.
Oh, that reminds me, I do need
Gotta
to do
take
that
care of
now.
that brain. Unfortunately, it
the
is
other
indeed
one.
a part of the body.
Yeah.
Unfortunately.
Gotta treat my mental disorders.
What?
Said I gotta treat my mental disorders.
No, I'm just very confused by the one comment talking about species. What?
Jesus.
Yeah, I was about to say, what? We're not the same species?
Wait, what?
I got
Oh, I
very
just saw that.
distracted by that. Also, this is such a satisfying sound.
Off goes the
It really
weasel.
is.
What? No.
Me when
I
I'm
have-
disabled and have the non-childbirth caps on
I
their
literally
heads.
was just going to say that. You read my fucking mind. Okay, first of all, my mother is a pharmacist. Second of all, my disability involves issues with my joints. And
Same.
it's probably EDS, isn't it? Or some other hypermobility
It is,
disorder,
hi.
I'm guessing. So most people don't think about how many joints are in your hands and your fingers. And so I told her a while ago, yeah, I just want to get the non-childproof ones, the easy like pop off ones. And my dad has he got into a car accident a few years ago and uses just one arm and one hand. Like he has the other arm and it's semi-functional, but it's definitely not fully functional at this point. So he'll just like pop them off with his thumb. I'm like, that hurt my fingernail, I feel like. But
That's so
it's really
real.
fun. It's cool and
But
fun to watch.
to be fair, my fingernails are really bendy because I have Ehlers-Danlos.
Yep, me too.
Vibes. Okay.
Okay, so Mr.
2,
Bear,
3, 4,
what's
5,
your name and
6.
pronouns? Or age and pronouns, sorry.
I'm so sorry. I didn't even know you put me up here. 34, he, him.
Okay, and what did you mean by, so we're not the same species?
Well, I'm just asking your a question because you're saying, why is transgender healthcare a moral crisis, but cisgender healthcare is a human right? Well, all of us are humans, so if one is a human right, then it's all a human right.
Yeah,
But I don't believe in
correct.
rights anyways. There are no rights. We are no.
What?
We
Interesting.
know. We can hear in your voice.
Yeah, but yeah, no.
You have a "Don't Tread on Me" flag on your wall,
Yeah.
don't you?
But yeah, no. The idea is not. The idea is that there are people who are extremely hypocritical that say that healthcare is a human right, but only for people who are cisgender. If you're trans, you don't need it.
Oh,
That's the problem that we're talking about.
I gotcha. Okay. I was like, I don't understand that. I was like, I don't understand that at all. Okay, I gotcha. Yeah. Well, I mean, I could go on and say that humans, men gave us rights so they can take it away at any time. So there are no rights. I mean,
Men gave us what rights?
Okay.
What do you mean?
yeah.
Yeah,
I mean,
anyways.
obviously, who made the amendments?
I'd like to know. I'd
Do you
like
think
to
America's
know
the only country
Bear.
in the world, first of all?
So,
that's-
anyways, yeah,
No,
I'd like
but
to ask you a question, Bear.
I guarantee you, politicial men, were the ones
Bear.
that gave everyone rights,
Bear.
right?
Oh, we seized our
Do you
rights.
think that we ought to all have access to healthcare?
No. Survival and death are the only things that are for sure.
Well, that's not what I'm
Healthcare is-
asking you when I ask that. I'm asking, do you think it's best that everybody has access to healthcare?
Oh yeah, best, sure.
Like a
But I
good, a
can
morally
say that
good thing.
I can say it's best for us all to have $1 dollars. Does that make it possible? No.
Well, I didn't say that. But
Universal basic income.
what we're
It's-
posing is exactly. What we're posing with this one is basically that all people, regardless of being trans or cis, should get the health care that they need. That's it. Not that we do, not that we should figure out how to do it right now.
Okay.
Other people are doing
So
that.
what about
We're just
the
saying that
opposite?
we should all have this health care. Do you agree with that much?
No, actually, I'm going to say no. I think that no one should have health care. You're going to go, everyone should have health care. I'm going to go, no one should have health care.
Why?
Well, that's kind of like
Why should everyone have
Weird.
health care?
Okay, so
Why should
People
everyone
to
have
have
health
health
care?
care.
what?
Hold on.
Why? To prolong your life?
Hold
That's
on.
life.
One second.
Shush. Okay.
oh man.
Who wants to go first?
Me.
Okay, you first.
Talk to the disabled person real quick. What? Okay, so I am a wheelchair user. Are you saying that I shouldn't have a wheelchair?
I'm saying that why should you have a wheelchair? Why should you have a wheelchair? To get around? Maybe you shouldn't
Yes.
get around. If
Okay,
you can't
maybe-
get around,
okay.
then you die. That's how that
Yes.
works. Life is
but-
not valuable.
Okay,
Life
so
is
you
not
did it. So I
valuable.
got it.
Death,
Oh my god.
death and survival. If you can't survive, you die. You understand that, right?
Okay, so here's a question.
Okay.
Well, by that logic, why should you have a house? You should just
Yeah,
survive
exactly.
on homeless.
You shouldn't.
Why should
no one should have a
you?
house.
Why should
No one
you
should
have a
house.
phone? Why should you have
Then
a
why
Okay,
no
so
one
go
have
live in
a
a
house?
cave,
Why should
like
you
a
Nobody
bear.
should have any of this. If it doesn't make it where you survive, then you shouldn't have it.
Why do you have it
Healthcare
then?
makes you survive.
Why do you need money then?
You don't need money to survive. Technically.
Why do you have money then?
Wait.
Why
Why
do
do
I
you
have
have?
money?
Why do you have food?
I work to fill my time. That's it.
Why do you have food?
Because you need food to survive.
Do you? Are
Yes.
you sure?
Yeah.
Well, you don't need to survive.
Well,
under
like
your
you said,
framework.
But
You don't need
but
to.
if you but
Apparently,
here's
you
the
don't
thing.
need to get around to
You
survive,
need
and if you
food.
don't, you
No.
die. Same with
Yeah,
food.
sure. You need, yeah. But if you can't afford to get around, then you don't. Then if you, just like if you can't afford to eat, you die.
Wait, now you're
If
talking
you
about
can't
Yeah.
make
being
your
So
able
own
to
you
bread, if
shouldn't
you
get
afford
can't
food.
things.
plant your
When
own
did that
garden
come into the
and grow
What
your
are
own
you
equation?
food and grow your
talking
own
about, dude?
crops,
I think
then you
I'm
that's
die.
so
therapy.
That's how it
confused
should be.
here.
There shouldn't be any. There shouldn't be any supermarkets. Shouldn't be any hospitals. Shouldn't be anything.
Wait,
If
can I
you
say
can't do it
something?
on your
Wait.
own, then you die. That's how that works.
Okay, so if you get a cold and you get a really bad fever because you weren't vaccinated and you die, that's fine, right?
Sure, but your body is, your body is made to heal itself. The chemicals and stuff that you put in
Mm,
your body, that's what helps the cancers and stuff thrive.
right. So people
If you guys
didn't.
wouldn't eat
That's not right.
the
But
supermarket stuff, then you wouldn't. It is right.
You know.
You think we
You
just
know why there
magically
wasn't.
went from having no cancer to cancer
Hey,
because of all the
hey,
do you
sugar
think we
and
didn't have
chemicals and
cancer?
hey!
stuff?
1 second. 1 second. One
So
second.
Okay.
Do you know why more people are having cancer?
Because of all the
Because
chemicals that
because
we
in the
have to,
past
all the
they
chemicals and stuff we have to
unalived
put in our
before they
food
could get
to
it.
make it where they can produce enough food for all
Bro,
humans.
1 second.
No,
Bro, I'm
I'm
talking.
letting you talk. You
No, you're not. I was saying something. Do you want to know why there were less instances of
you
cancer
a-
in history?
you asked me the
I'm gonna
question.
give you the answer.
No,
There, you have to listen.
you asked
No,
me the question. I'm
no.
answering it. It's
It's a
chemicals
rhetorical
and
question.
to feed a huge
No,
amount of people.
no,
That's why
oh man.
cancer now.
no, no.
Yeah,
There,
so
if you want to be on this panel,
Because
you have to actually engage in a conversation.
yeah, he's not doing that. But yeah, no, because people would unalive from different medical issues before they had the chance to get cancer.
it's also
Like,
that
what are
we
you
have
talking
No,
about?
that's
better
false. Show me the
diagnosis
evidence of that.
criteria.
Show me the
To an
evidence of that.
extent, it
Show me
depends
the
on
evidence of
what,
that.
but like skin cancer
No,
specifically
I
and
want
stuff
to hear
like
this.
that.
No. You brought. It's not valid. I want to see the evidence.
Yeah,
Show
so
me the
so
evidence.
what's the do you agree that
Show
the
me the evidence that it's not
We
that they're
can't
putting
show
in the
you evidence
crops
if you're
to
yapping.
mass produce these.
God damn.
That's what it is. If you can't have a
Dude, shut up.
conversation, then goodbye.
You can't
Bruh.
stop talking, right?
Yeah, he can't have a conversation.
Burner.
But yeah, no, there
Bam.
are a lot of things that to be fair, some of the things that he was saying were correct, but I knew that the moment I said that he was gonna have a field day. Um
Yeah,
some
does
of the
anyone else want to
things
like say what they were gonna say too after Vadek's
Jesus,
done, so we don't forget? Even though he ran
thank
it
you.
doesn't really matter.
I was gonna say, yes, a lot of the chemicals that we have today, especially super processed foods and things like microplastics, do cause cancer. That causes more cancer. But the reason we didn't see historically as much cancer, especially and illness, especially with things like age, is because we didn't live long enough.
we also
We
didn't have
literally
good
didn't live long enough to
diagnosis.
see things like skin cancer happen.
We also didn't have like good diagnosis. Like we didn't understand these conditions enough. Like I know with like
Yeah,
autism is like one of the good examples of like hey, we understand these conditions far more and we have like much better screening criteria. We understand them more.
like,
And
am I
therefore the rates
insane?
are going up. Like
What's happening?
All right, is there anything you wanted to say, Solid? Or let's start
what
with
is
Astrid because
going
she
on in your
was top of
game,
the panel.
Solid?
Sorry.
Sorry. I have to go in a second, so I just want to say what I want to say, and then I'll leave. So what I was gonna say is like humans have always been a social species. That's how we evolved, and this rugged individualism crap is like an invention of capitalism from the last like 250 years. So like there's no reason for this ideology that if you can't survive on your own, you just have to die to actually make sense. It doesn't make
Yeah,
sense evolutionarily, it doesn't make sense societally.
We've been
Like that
helping each other
guy.
since before we evolved to this point. Sorry, continue.
Yeah, and like, what was this about? We have records of cancer in every species, including humans,
no,
for
but I mean,
literal eons.
yeah, but like what I'm saying is that the reason we didn't medically see such an issue with cancer, like as it is right now, is because we didn't get to the point where we could either diagnose it or treat it, or even live long enough to see some of the older age cancers.
Yeah, I mean we have evidence of like There was a guy in ancient Egypt there's writings about that had cancer.
We have
Yeah,
fucking
but you get the
dinosaur
point.
bones with cancer.
I know. I'm
I
not
was
trying
about
to
to say
like quibble.
that
I'm just.
That's really cool, actually. I did not know that.
Yeah,
about
we
the
have.
bone cancer and dinosaur bones.
Yeah, we have a
Hmm.
dinosaur fossil that we understand has bone cancer, like based off of how the
Oh
bone
my
grew and stuff.
god.
So yeah, when they're like, well,
That's wild.
you know, sin caused cancer or blah 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 causes cancer, it's like, well, dinosaur cancer.
Yeah,
I gotta
dinosaur
go.
cancer.
Bye.
my
Bye,
favorite
Astrid. Thanks for being
argument.
up.
Dinosaur cancer.
Yeah, it's quite a silly argument.
Hey,
Yeah.
Solid Snake, is there anything that you want to say?
No, not really, except for what the fuck was that guy on about?
What was going on in your
Looks
game,
like-
Solid? What the fuck? Your game was freaking the fuck out.
Literally, all I have to say is I
Oh, yeah, that was
believe he
Solid Snake.
introduced himself as 35.
Yeah.
And that just makes me, I don't even
Bro.
know, like, facepalm, give up on life. Like, I just, where's
Okay.
the hope? I
I'm
can't
gonna
believe he
no.
walks
One
around
second.
being 35, thinking
Okay,
the
I will
things that he
say,
does. That was
at
wild.
least he's anti-human rights for everyone, you know?
Yeah, at least it was logically consistent if we're gonna go on
Equality.
about
What is
That
that.
reminds me of that one freaking Tumblr post about trans inclusive misogyny. Like, you're an ally, but do I want you to be?
Lord, that was like actually probably the most wild or one of the most wild goofy guests that I've
Yeah.
ever had.
I mean,
Like been present for
okay,
on
I
that.
will say, I've been on a panel with someone who is now nicknamed One Hole Wendy.
That's fun.
This was a panel about reproductive health and feminism, and she thought she had one hole.
Oh my gosh. I was there for something like that one time. I'm like, what is going on?
And this is
Like,
why
how many
smut set is
holes do
important,
women have below
guys.
the belt was asked to somebody.
Yeah,
And they were
somebody
like,
said
one or
No,
whatever.
no, honey,
That never happened.
that never happened. Ask the people on that panel.
Go
Okay,
ahead, ask them. Prove
there's
it.
literally like
No,
also who
not
are
this
you?
guy.
Nah, don't do
No.
trust me, bros.
Who
That didn't happen.
We're gonna let
Not
Solid
Okay.
introduce you Solid's way real quick.
Yeah, this guy. Oh, this is gonna be fun. This guy goes around taking screenshots of people's face to make it his profile picture, and then trolls them.
Who does,
with it.
Solid? Who
Okay,
does?
good to know. Thank you for the intro. Can
Feel
we
free to
have
do
your
it. I'm
age and
beautiful.
pronouns, please?
Solid does that?
Can we have your age and pronouns, please? Person who goes around
Yeah,
screenshotting
30
things
hee-haw.
and
Oh, they're talking to you, Solid. They
harassing
want to know why
people.
you're taking screenshots of people.
You need to answer
Yeah,
with
yeah.
with your
My profile
Yeah,
picture
age
is
and
a
I know,
your
screenshot
Solid.
of
They're
a
pronouns.
asking
deal.
you to answer why you're stealing people's
Can
profile
somebody
pics.
take
So
this
I
person
love.
off the panel if they're not going to have a
I'm at that
conversation?
point. Yeah.
Thank you.
Like what the
Nah,
fuck?
listen. Hey, he was saying that I was doing that. Yeah, I totally did that. There's actually a cat out there who wears a bandana and eye patch like Solid Snake, and you know.
Yeah, clearly. No. Didn't you know you're claiming to be the cat?
Yeah, I am the cat.
Exactly.
Brought
Yeah,
on
the cat.
One of these.
Or is it true?
Problem solved.
How dare Solid use a profile picture of an innocent cat?
Oh no, damn, that's crazy.
Feel free to take screenshots of my face. I look beautiful. There's a reason why my posts are up in public, and it's because I look cool.
Fair, I'm too ugly to do that. But also,
Oh no, you're not
have you
starting it. I need to aggressively yell affirmations at you until you will accept the fact that
Yeah.
you're fucking stunning. Oh my god, don't make me do it, Solid. Don't make me do it.
Okay, but anyways, as I was saying, yeah,
You're beautiful.
You can you can
You're
see
lovely.
why.
People love seeing you.
Aggressive
People love being
affirmations.
around you. You are cared for. You are beautiful inside and out. And I happen to know that. You're beautiful. So shut up.
But anyways, you can understand why I find that guy insufferable already.
Oh yeah, that
You
was.
spoke to him for 5 seconds. Oh my god, it's insane the shit he
Is
sometimes
this
does.
dude following you around? Cause oof.
No, he doesn't follow me around. I've just bumped into him a few times. He follows other people around. He just hasn't followed me around because I don't have my face online.
Well, he's blocked, so.
Yeah, I was like, hi, bye.
Yeah, he's a very strange individual. I haven't seen him in months.
Oh. Well, at least you know he's okay. I don't know if
Yeah,
he's
I was
ever
like, oh
okay.
damn, I was like, is he finally gone? And then that's like, nope, never mind, he shows up again.
But like, honestly, people like that make me worry for like their mental health. Like, you good?
No,
Is this the
they're
only
not
thing
good.
that brings you happiness?
They're not good.
Go find a hobby.
This is a sign that you need help almost in a way. I mean, not really, but
Yeah, you can get attention that you need in other ways. And that's not like needing attention and human validation is not a bad thing. Just like looking for it in this specific way is extremely unhealthy.
Auntie
Like
Cookie swung by. Sorry, I don't know if you're still here, but hi if you are.
which by the way, I literally am doing a hobby right now. I'm currently pinning trim to some fabric, which I hate doing because my fingies hurt, but it's fine.
Give me a
It's
hug.
a yippee moment.
Give me a hug.
No.
Totally,
No, I
totally giving a
refuse.
hug there. Totally a hug.
What?
That was totally a hug, not me grabbing him from behind and that to knock him out.
Oh god. I don't have enough trim, y'all.
Oh my god, why is Solid using the PFP of other people in the Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
That guy
How dare
is so
you
strange.
steal the profile picture of that poor innocent cat
I know,
dressed
right?
in a Solid Snake outfit?
gotta torch Solid Snake. He's so helplessly defenseless.
I know, right?
No.
Solid Snake Kitty is the new Miette. Actually, if you know what the fuck I'm talking about.
The new what?
Miette. Oh my god.
Hello?
You don't know memes, do you?
I guess I don't know. I do not do
Oh
the
god.
memes.
Look up Miette.
Miett.
That's so fair, isn't it? That
Oh, Pokemon XY. That's why.
No. No, look up correction, look up Poor Miette.
What?
Poor Miette.
Oh, the cat.
Yeah. Where? Oh my god. I have gold thread and now I don't know where it is. If I can't find this, I'm gonna scream.
Oh yeah, by the way, I was in my game, I literally grabbed someone from behind, I physically snapped their neck, they drop to the floor, someone else sees me and starts attacking me, and then the guy whose neck I snapped just got off the floor and started attacking me as well.
You know what? He wanted revenge.
Nah, I'm still alive.
I don't blame him.
He just said, nah, I'm still alive.
Yeah. Now it's your turn for consequences. What?
Oh.
That's why are you screaming at me? Jeez.
That is.
She's sitting in my wheelchair too.
Oh.
My
I had
cat
something
always sits in
like.
Sorry.
Sorry.
Just real quick. My cat always, like, especially when he was a kitten, would find my chair if I was not in it, and that would be where he would, like, cuddle up and sleep if I wasn't, like, somebody that he could cuddle up and be around at that moment. And sometimes, even when I was available, he'd just be out on my chair. So, yeah, I get that. They love, like, I think it has something to do with like our scent and stuff, but like
Well, yeah,
they just love being in wheelchairs if they get used, you know?
of course. Well, part of it is that it's in the same room that I'm in when I sew. Yeah, yeah,
Indeed.
she agrees. Don't mind me if there's rustling noises. I'm looking for um, the stuff I got from Michael's the other day that I now cannot find.
I can't lie, it's so cute just hearing the cat meowing in the background.
For real. Also, no rustling noses. No, I'm just kidding. But it was really ridiculous when I had to be like, maybe we aren't brushing our teeth off of mute.
Oh yeah,
Maybe let's mute. That was Hula
yeah.
too. That
That
was so
was
funny. I'm like,
interesting.
we can hear you, and that's gross to hear you like spitting in the sink and shit. Like we don't
Yeah.
want to be a part of that.
I don't have issue with toothbrush noises, but it's the rest of it that's the problem for me.
Yeah,
Right?
Oh,
sometimes
it's right
toothbrush
here. Oh my
noises
god.
don't.
Or like talking when you have like toothpaste and shit in your mouth. Like I
Yes.
don't like that sound.
Okay, I found the bobbins I got from Michael's because I was out of empty bobbins. I don't know if you know what the fuck those are. Usually, if people don't sew, they have no idea what I'm talking about.
Ow.
Specifically, use a sewing machine.
Sewing machines are fancy. They're quite
Yeah.
advanced.
It depends on what sewing machine you use.
Well, no,
Oh my god.
like the actual mechanics of what's going on cannot be understated as like kind of crazy. Doing
This is
OT in
true.
production.
Okay, I have my gold thread. OT, occupational therapy. Unless I'm going absolutely insane. Because, like, I was at an OT appointment the other day. That's why I'm like, oh.
Overtime.
Okay, I see. See, this is how I know that we're very different.
Yeah, I immediately
Stop
thought of
chasing
occupational
me.
therapy.
The disabled experience of forgetting that overtime exists because you can't work.
Work.
There's that, but also
Is my old
I
friend.
immediately think of occupational
Mother,
therapy when I
think
see
of
OT.
both of them.
yeah. I didn't even know that people use that for overtime. I'm sorry. But
I
hey,
know
at least you're
both of
getting
them.
paid overtime. But I'm
Doesn't
getting
everyone
really
get
annoyed, y'all.
paid? Doesn't everyone technically get paid overtime?
No.
Because you're not getting paid everything all at once for your entire lifetime.
Yeah,
hate you.
I immediately realized that this was just a bad, terrible dad joke.
There's the
It
dad
is
joke of
kind
the
of
day. My
good.
dad will appreciate it.
Hey, I always make those kind of jokes. You should know me by now. If there's ever a chance to like make the stupidest joke possible. Go to sleep, 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 go to sleep.
Are you fucking Jeff the Unaliver over here?
No, they're not going to sleep when I need to sneak past them, so they're just standing at a place that I need to sneak past them. Buddy, how can you see me if I'm behind you? Do you have eyes in the back of your head?
I was about to say he's got eyes in the back of his head.
He hears you. That's the.
No, he didn't hear me. I literally grabbed him so he couldn't alert his friends, and either way, he still just broke the game's mechanic and alerted his friends.
Where did all?
Okay, sorry I had to mute. I was winding the bobbin.
I don't think we're having
Which,
any more
by the
talks
way,
today, Gadge.
well, I mean, I'm good with just chilling.
I'll stay around for at least maybe.
By
Like
the way, for context, this is a bobbin.
You're a bobbin, whatever that
Wow.
means.
How dare you? I'm so offended. Fucking
Get a weasel of some flavor in your DMs.
Ow.
Tattoos.
yeah.
Epic.
Pretty half
Thanks.
sleeve.
Thank you. I've been wanting it since I was like 12, maybe 14.
Yeah, I
One of the
begged my
even
parents.
numbers.
Sorry, what was that?
One of the even numbers.
Yeah, I begged my parents for 4 years to let me get the first tattoo I got on my 18th birthday before that, and they wouldn't let me. And then I
Damn.
scheduled it for my 18th birthday, and it's still one of, if not my favorite tattoo that I have. It's up there. It's up there for sure. It's just a band on one of my arms, like above my elbow.
How did you know I was here?
What? What'd you say, Solid? Video game
I
stuff?
said, how did you know I was here? I
Oh.
went and hid. I went and hid somewhere and they found me.
Here, we'll do a baby tattoo tour. I don't have that many tattoos.
I can't because my other tattoo is on my chest and upper thigh. My other tattoos.
That is so fair.
And while there's not necessarily anything there, and I'm not shy, I don't think the algorithm gods would be happy with me.
Let me. 1 second. Okay, listen, phone. Stay, please. Oh, I have a long sleeve shirt on. I always have t-shirts on. I forgot about this. Hang on.
No, how did you know I was in?
There we go.
There's some sort of background noise or like echo.
It's me. It's when I'm unmuted. Sorry about
Yeah,
that.
I'm getting
But
a
yeah,
little
this is the first band I got. He connected it. He like freehanded where it connects because it didn't line up with the stencil, and you can't even tell like where he did it at. It's so well like done.
Nice.
So yeah, that's my favorite tattoo and the one that I've wanted for the.
Yeah, just don't be suspicious, people. Don't be suspicious.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
I don't know. If I saw a box moving
How'd you know?
I would I'd be sus of it. Very sus.
He's right there in the corner of the screen. He sees nothing.
Dooba 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 dooba.
Yeah, doobie doobie dooba doobie doobie dooba.
Like, where did I get that from? Like, oh, I'm
Unlock
thinking
the
Phineas and
doors.
Ferb.
Yeah, it's Perry the Platypus. But yeah, it's just me sneaking around in a box, you know. Everyday things for Solid Snake.
Brown on genteel.
Perry the platypus.
Yeah, Perry, or I can't sing high very well. Like,
Yeah, you can. That was
out
perfect.
of it was in a different key and out of nowhere too. I didn't have an ear. But anyways, that's the one I was thinking of. I didn't even like Phineas and Ferb growing up, but I still heard a lot of it around the house for sure.
It's one of the only childhood shows that I actually do remember.
I feel like it's a good one to remember.
I finally have a suppressor, so I can finally do silent long-range takedowns, and I don't have to literally walk up to them to take them out or just hope I don't get spotted. Doobie doobie dooba doobie doobie dooba. Oh, seeing what's on. Actually, yeah, there's quite a few Steam sales on my wish list. Unfortunately, I'm broke.
Yeah, I'm currently in the middle of getting done with some of my I want to get completionist. not completionist plus plus on Outro. Which is like beating all the decks at Gold Stake and getting a win with Joker at Gold Stake. And it's not the hardest thing going.
Hey, do you want to know one of the hardest achievements of Metal Gear Solid 3? You have to beat the game that has an average playtime of 12 hours in under 5 hours without getting spotted, without unaliving anyone, so you can only do non-lethal takedowns, including on the bosses. You're not allowed to take more than 5 life bars of damage. You start with 2/3 of the regular size life bar. And you're not allowed to you're not allowed to get more than 20 serious injuries throughout the entire game as well. And the enemies aren't allowed to see you at all. So the only people who can see you are the bosses in the boss fights. That's about it.
That just sounds like suffering.
It is suffering.
Sounds like some of like Halo 2 Lasso. That's just brutal.
You want to know something that's worse? Is that you've got Metal Gear Solid Delta, which is a remake of Metal Gear Solid 3, Metal Gear Solid 3 being the 2004 one. To do the Metal Gear Solid 3 one is easier because one of the bosses you can kind of cheese non-lethally. If you hit them with a stun grenade and then hit them with anything like a rifle, it still does non-lethal damage even though it shouldn't. So you can cheese one of the bosses like that and things like that, and you've got no drop on your bullets. Whereas in Delta it's even harder because you're even easier to spot. You can't do the little cheese because it was an unintended feature, and yeah, there's now bullet drop on your only non-lethal weapon, so good luck trying to get clean headshots. It's extremely painful. I'm trying to do it to unlock some of the best items of the game for reruns and stuff, just to unlock every title and unlock every achievement. But it's so hard to do that one achievement. But once you've done that one, it makes every other achievement like 10 times easier. Because of what it unlocks. It unlocks certain items that you can use for playthroughs. One called the Easy Gun, which essentially is an infinite ammo suppressed.
No way, it's called the Easy Gun.
It's literally called the Easy Gun. You can get that in easy mode, but you either have to beat the game in every game mode, or if you get that hardest achievement, you instantly unlock that, the infinite ammo face paint, and also something else. I'm trying to remember what else. I know it was another camo of some sort that gives you a special ability, and it makes the game so much easier for every other run through. So it's either you can do the other run-throughs to get experience and then tackle the last one, or you can try to tackle that hard one to get the other ones to do even easier.
Yeah, it's a matter of like which way you want to.
I'd rather suffer the hard thing first, because as soon as I beat that... Thing is, I'm basically cheesing it by just saving every time I move from one area to the next, so that every time I alert or anything like that, I just load the save again constantly.
Oh, well, that's not as bad. Not like last.
It's not too bad that you can do that. The only issue is I'm barely into the game and it's still already up half an hour. And that means I have 4.5 hours left, and it's like, how is the timer already gone up that much? Also, where am I meant to go here?
I'm gonna drop down for a bit.
I was just gonna say right here anyway.
I was also gonna say I'm gonna hop off. My brain isn't braining.
Yeah, but if you keep the live going and something exciting happens, I'll be back. I'll be listening at least if you do. But if you wanna, end it too, I get that too. But yeah, that I did hear you as well.
Don't say it like that. That sounds like you're telling him to.
Don't do that.
And on that bombshell, I think it's time to end.
All right, bye.
All right, bye.